Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Powerbomb.tv. It is Black Label Pro 5, Jar of Flies. I am your commentator, or one half of your commentary team here tonight. It's me, Nick Hausman. Of course, I'm joined by the one and only...
The Inspiration, Gregory Iron.
Oh, the Inspiration, of course, Gregory Iron. We got a hot night of action here for you guys. Of course, in the main event, we are going to have a GCW Game Changer Wrestling Championship bout as Nick Gage defends against Teddy Hart.
How crazy is that going to be? It's going to be out of control here tonight, Black Label Pro, and we are live, baby, live!
Live, that's right here in Crown Point, Indiana, from the On the Square Sports Auditorium. Jason the ref coming to the ring to get the action kicked off here tonight. And here he is. He is a pirate out looking for his booty. Hopefully one day gold here in Black Label Pro.
I see what you did with the puns, but let's make one thing clear. Shane Sabre isn't a pirate, but he does enjoy the pirate lifestyle. Likes to dress like a pirate, man.
Absolutely. I may be a big fan of the Curse of Oak Island, something like that, Shane Sabre. Well, Shane Sabre is going to have a lot to deal with here tonight, as we are going to have a big Fatal 4-Way match to kick off the show. Mark Wheeler joining the action here. And if you're enjoying the action already here from Crown Point, Indiana, and you're watching at home, or if you're here in attendance, of course, I want to remind you to head on over to Twitter, use the hashtag BLP5. Hashtag BLP5. Let's get that trending here. What a top tweet, top trend in the world for Black Label Pro. Hashtag BLP5. Oh! And here comes one of my favorites.
Oh, God.
And hey, how can you not like this? This guy right here is great. It's not even a guy. It's a hybrid.
How's this guy still getting booked on the show?
Monkeyman.
Jesus.
Hyper intelligent.
I just want to point out that I'm ironically wearing a Space Monkey shirt. I do not like this man.
And there he is, Space Monkey, one of the most beloved wrestlers here at Black Label Pro. What a story.
Ugh.
Hyper-intelligent monkey shot into space as part of a government experiment. I believe he learned to wrestle from some Martian ninjas he came across while he was up there in the atmosphere.
You know, the story changes all the time. He told me he was plucked out of the Canadian jungle. There's no jungles in Canada, for Christ's sake.
Well, I know what there is right now. There is a packed house here at the On the Square Sports Auditorium, and they are going nuts for Space Monkey. Got that banana in his hand, and he means business. Greg?
He's a disrespectful punk, okay? And I got a feeling he's not an actual monkey.
Look at the crowd raining bananas down into the ring. God. He's got a whole bushel of bananas. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
Get those bananas out of his hand and let's get a freaking match started, okay?
Space Monkey here. I guess we're going to...
Look, nothing can happen until the bananas are out of the ring.
Right,
Banana is a foreign object.
This match has been made a triple threat match, I guess. And here we go. Mark Wheeler, Shane Sabre, Space Monkey starting the action off here tonight for Black Label Pro. Looks like Wheeler and Sabre here.
Maybe they're going to be on the same page.
That's it's smart. You're dealing with a hyper-intelligent monkey here, correct?
He's not that smart. You're giving him too much credit.
He's a fighter. Wait, what's... What's going on right now? I thought the match had started.
I'm not sure. I mean, I thought we were supposed to have a 4-way. I didn't know who the fourth participant was going to be.
I thought we were going to have a 4-way, and it looks like, yes, we still are.
Oh, yeah.
And Leva Bates.
Leva Bates is on her way to the ring, but the monkey just got jumped.
A.K.A. Blue Pants here in the house here tonight, and the fourth entrance in this match that is, all right, I guess, a match can still start, and you can join them if you're, I guess, contracted to be in the match, still enter the bout.
Was she even contracted to be in the match?
Well, I knew this was a fatal 4-way match. We started with 3. I knew there was something amiss here, and Leva came out, double drop kick, taking him out at the knees. Wheeler and Sabre, another round of drop kicks. Both been reeling. And Leva Bates here on the offensive quick. Space Monkey's been cast to the outside. Diving double clothesline. Leva Bates, maybe a little late to the party, but she is sure the center of attention here right now.
Yeah, she's not wearing those blue pants, but I can't say that I'm mad about the outfit, Nick.
Well, here comes Space Monkey, and Space Monkey offering one of the many bananas that he was given by the audience.
Very perverted to offer that banana to him.
That's you're
He's
taking
being
a stretch
sicko.
there.
We're in a time where sexual harassment is a big deal in professional wrestling.
I don't think this is the time or the place, Greg, to be talking about the social justice.
I'm just saying,
justice issues.
This is very.
It's a friendly, nice. It's good. There's potassium.
I feel like
banana.
we're walking a very fine line right
just
now.
2 people enjoying a banana here, Greg. Look, Leva obviously very happy to have gotten the banana. Her and Space Monkey here. Enjoying some bananas in the middle of the ring.
This is sickening.
Just a couple of friends eating bananas, Greg.
There are children in this audience.
Yeah, you don't think kids eat bananas? Everybody likes a good banana.
Okay, I don't know.
Except for Wheeler and Sabre, I guess, here.
Okay.
And a little Mario Kart double dash action there as the bananas hit the ground, and Sabre and Wheeler, they're slipping. Space Monkey here now doing Wheeler a favor and encouraging Leva Bates to do Shane Sabre a favor, doing Sabre a favor as well. Getting the ticks out of their hair.
Big chop to Wheeler.
No kidding. And Space Monkey and Leva Bates, they were having fun, playing some tricks here, but they're getting down to business.
But, it's every man for themselves. Every man and every woman and every monkey. I mean, they should not be teaming up right now.
Well, I mean, I would think the strategy here is these two are going to work together, looking for dual monkey flips, it looked like. Shane Sabre knocking Leva Bates to the outside. What's going on over here? Space Monkey also losing control. Mark Wheeler with a drop kick right to the face, the side of the head of Space Monkey. Space Monkey is wheeling, and now we are seeing Wheeler and Sabre finally get back the upper hand, taking out their aggression on Space Monkey.
This is Wheeler's first time with Black Label Pro. He's a young man, has been wrestling for a couple years out of Ontario, Canada, and I think he's got a lot of potential. And I feel like he's gonna have a point to prove tonight.
No, I mean if he's looking to prove a point. He's using his brain here to work together with Shane Sabre, and they're being very effective here against Space Monkey. I mean, is that the right kind of strategy here? I mean, you seem to be of 2 minds. As this kind of feels like a tag team. It is every man for himself. These two are working together, spanking Space Monkey on the buttocks there.
They just spanked a monkey.
What is this building to? One team takes down the other team, and then both members finish the match out to crown a victor?
What it's building to is a lot of lewd acts that I don't like very much.
Talking about a lewd act, Space Monkey trying to bite the finger off of Shane Sabre there. Luckily, Wheeler was there to help his newfound friend out.
I actually was once bitten by Space Monkey on my right hand, and it was never the same.
There's probably some intergalactic monkey saliva going on there, and these 2 men with a double suplex right there in the middle of the ring. And these, as soon as these 2 men, Wheeler and Sabre, got the upper hand, they really haven't lost it. They're in control here.
Well, you know what? If Leva and Space Monkey can work together, Mark Wheeler and Shane Sabre can work together, okay? I think what's fair is fair, right?
Yeah, well, that's again what I'm getting at, Greg, is, what is the strategy here? Are these 2 sets of teams that are working together and to an inevitability here where at the end of the match they're going to have to turn on each other?
Well, I mean, what it comes down to is, if you took out the other 2 people in the match, that leaves a one-on-one contest. And when you have a one-on-one contest, the odds are a lot simpler.
Well, Shane Sabre got Space Monkey here in the corner. Maybe. Whoa, and here is the
There
first.
There it is.
You kind of had to know at some point one of these guys was going to take a shot at the other. And look at that. Wow, Mark Wheeler with a backbreaker.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And Space Monkey with a somersault off the top. The crowd here rallying behind Space Monkey. He's off the ropes with a diving headbutt.
Come on, Mark.
Another diving headbutt from Space Monkey. Mark Wheeler on the ground. Shane Sabre here.
Whoa.
Tried to send Space Monkey up and over the top.
Oh, a
Succeeded.
freaking judo chop. Come on. That's illegal.
Big kick there from Space Monkey.
No.
As he slingshots himself into the ring.
Shane got out of the way, though.
Big hit to the back of the head from Shane Sabre as they send Space Monkey head first into that corner turnbuckle. And again, Mark Wheeler going at Shane Sabre. Big kicks.
Oh!
And it doesn't. And look at that.
Baby
sliding,
flatliner.
Yeah, sliding flatliner there. And Shane Sabre.
Breaking down.
And now he's the man of the hour. Nobody doesn't seem like the team of him and Mark Wheeler is going to stay together. And it's time. You know, one of these guys had to break out. One of these guys had to try to win the match. And Space Monkey here seeing the two men divided.
Moonsault.
Big moonsault off the top.
I'm not impressed, though.
Where is Leva Bates? She's on the outside there. She's trying to get to her feet. She's cheering on Space Monkey. Is this a long-term plan here? Is she trying to lull Space Monkey into a sense of false security?
Well, I mean, we all know that, look, women can't be trusted, so that's probably the situation right now. However, there's one girl that can be trusted that's not here tonight, and that's Jordan Grace. Big shout out to her. She's in the UK right now, wrestling Viper tonight. Good luck, baby girl. Miss you.
And Leva Bates, she's turning on Space Monkey. All three men now down in the corner. Leva Bates on her feet.
Whoa.
And a huge diving crossbody into the corner. Space Monkey rolls off like the first layer of an onion. And oh my goodness, big double knees right to the chest of Shane Sabre. We are now at the heart of the onion.
Mark, look out.
Mark Wheeler with a big drive-by kick to the face. And Leva Bates, this is her chance. She's got all three men down. What's she doing going up to the top? She just trying to show off?
She shouldn't be pandering right now. She should have been making a pin.
Why didn't she go for this pinfall here moments ago? Could have picked up the victory. She's going to try here again on Mark Wheeler. No success. No luck. Let's try Shane Sabre. Why do we do that one there? No dice. Barely even a 2.
You see, you should be worried about cheers and admiration. You should be worried about getting the 1, 2, 3. And that was a critical mistake by Leva. I mean, she's been to the top of this business in the WWE, and now she's going to make a mistake like that. I mean, come on.
I am surprised, actually, now that you bring up her pedigree, that she would waste as much time. But you get an environment like this at Black Label Pro.
Oh!
Big triple super kick from 2 men and a monkey onto a lady like Leva Bates. And look at that discus elbow right to the face of Space Monkey.
That's it. No!
No, Shane Sabre, former friend, breaking up Mark Wheeler's pinfall attempt here.
Well, I don't know how long their friendship was. I mean, if you say former friend, I mean, they were a friend for like 2.5 minutes.
Well, that's longer than you keep most friends, Greg.
That's very disrespectful. I have over 5,000 friends on Facebook.
7,000 Twitter followers. And a huge cutter out of nowhere from Shane Sabre onto Mark Wheeler. And Space Monkey barely getting on top of him there, breaking up that pinfall. We're seeing some desperation come out of all 4 of these competitors right now.
Springboard. Whoa!
Whoa! That looked like a kind of a tornado DDT off a springboard there. Space Monkey giving it all he's got.
Roll through spear.
Yeah, wow. You're not going to see that on Monday nights.
How did she recover from that triple super kick? I'm sort of impressed.
Oh, she's trying to pick up Space Monkey. No dice.
No.
No dice. Come on, where's those squats? All that squat training coming into effect right now for Leva Bates. Big Samoan drop onto Space Monkey. And where are those pinfalls? When is she going to go for that pin?
I did not know Leva was a member of the Samoan family.
And look at that Northern Lights suplex into a bridge. Shane Sabre breaks it up. And who is going to be the one to come out on top? All 4 of these competitors have given their all. They've tried alliances, and now they all definitively on their own islands. Leva Bates with some huge overhand chops, letting Shane Sabre feel it. Whoa, and Shane Sabre's chest walking the plank there.
Spear!
Giant spear from Shane Sabre onto Leva Bates. And he goes for the spear.
Got him low.
On Wheeler. Wheeler kicks him in the face.
Oh!
Wheeler with a Falcon's arrow. And Space Monkey again digging down deep. You know, it's the bananas. The bananas give him power. The bananas give him the stamina to continue on.
That's just ridiculous. See, you're not going to trick the man twice with the banana peel. That's just ridiculous.
And he walks right over.
Okay.
Oh, man. And he does a backflip, slips right on that banana.
Not the tail whip.
Tail whip to the face.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
How is that legal?
And there it is. Greg, how do you fight a hyper-intelligent monkey trained by ninjas from a Martian landscape? Space Monkey, our first big winner here tonight. And Leva Bates, even in defeat, clapping on her friend, not seeing the same kind of sportsmanship from Shane Sabre, Mark Wheeler, but the fans here in attendance, they are going absolutely ape for Space Monkey.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Thanks.
That
was a good one.
Jeez.
It's good. And Space Monkey on a roll here. We have a little bit of controversy in the Black Label Pro Championship picture. It's current champion Filthy Tom Lawler out with an arm injury right now. Suffered recently at another bout, another promotion with Dominic Guarini, who actually is an alliance. He's aligned with Tom here in Black Label Pro. But I bring this up just because when Tom's back in action here, very, very shortly, he's going to need fresh competition, and I would think Space Monkey is going to be top of the pile here. The man is, the monkey is on an absolute tear here.
No, you know what? He's a cheater. Those bananas need to be banned.
What happened, man? What did the monkey do to you? What did Space Monkey do to you, Greg? Who hurt you?
Look, we have a long story past, okay? One time the man threw poop in my face, all right? I don't want to get into details.
He's a monkey. Monkeys do that, man. Monkeys got to do what monkeys do.
I don't care. I don't care.
Monkeys see monkey doo-doo in your face.
They're disgusting. They smell. Okay? I mean, he smells only slightly better than you.
Greg, I'm wearing a suit right now. I wore Brute cologne.
I don't care. Where did you get that? What thrift store did you stop at to get that suit?
It's a beautiful custom-designed suit. I got it downtown on the Mag Mile, Chicago, Illinois. You're wearing a Space Monkey shirt.
This is an ironic thing, okay, pal?
Okay, welcome to the wacky world of independent professional wrestling. As our ring announcer has lost power to the microphone, the crowd here not happy with that.
Hey, anything can happen when you're live, right?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, this gives us more time here to dive into the action, guys, as we've got more of it coming to you here tonight. I can tell you right now, it has already been a phenomenal weekend. Last night, freelance wrestling in Chicago, Illinois, also on Powerbomb.tv. Brand new champion crowned last night.
Yeah. Heck of a show. I was back in Chicago, getting booed out of the building.
That's right. You were on the card last night. You didn't come out like Corbin. You're not the new champ, but you were there.
But I would imagine if I was in some sort of title match, I would have for sure won any championship on that card.
Yeah, well, you're a real competitor, Greg.
I'm quite the athlete. In fact, I might say that I'm an inspiration. I mean, look at all that I've overcome. I've overcome cerebral palsy, and I managed to pull off decent commentary with you at my side.
Thanks,
that's
buddy.
Incredible.
Thank you, buddy.
That's really incredible.
You do a lot of inspirational stuff. You go talk at schools. I know that. You go talk to schools, talk to children.
I do.
A lot of positive reviews about that work.
I do. It's weird. I go in the schools, and I always see posters of you in them. Not allowed on the property. What's with that?
It's nothing.
Okay.
It's nothing. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
All across the country, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you are well-traveled.
It's not important. Hey, let's get back to the action here tonight as we are working towards getting a work. And who needs a microphone when you've got a bullhorn? Nick Iggy, Kerry Awful.
Look at these two
Carnies
shysters walking to the ring.
You know, if there was anybody that was going to take advantage of a power outage, I would think it's the Carnies. You know, P.T. Barnum said you want to draw a crowd, start a fight in downtown.
How old are you?
I'm old. I'm a vampire. 11,000 years old, time-traveling vampire. Yeah.
What?
Yep, absolutely.
What are you talking about?
Nick Iggy out here taunting the fans. Kerry Awful by his side. And again, you don't need a microphone. You don't need power when you got this kind of power here between these two gentlemen.
Got this power on Powerbomb.tv, live, baby, live.
And the Carnies have really been tearing up the pro wrestling scene here in a big way over the past year plus. Ever since they've made the shift to a darker edge. Nick Iggy obsessed
Oh, wait. Call for the Truffle Shuffle. Made famous from the movie The Goonies. Kerry Awful lulling the crowd into a round of applause. And here it comes. Here comes the Truffle Shuffle.
Oh, you know, I had a delicious skillet at Denny's before I got here, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose it.
No, you got to love your body, Greg. Got to love your body. Got to love who you are, Greg.
There are children in this crowd. Did they need to see that? Disgusting.
Iggy considers himself to be the most handsome man in professional wrestling. Did you know that? He's always trying to disfigure people's faces with his patented fish hook because he doesn't want them to approach the level of handsomeness that he has.
I mean, that's arguable. I mean, he's mildly attractive, but I mean, I don't know if I'd swipe right on Bumble.
What do you?
I'll have you know that with several women I've matched on Bumble this weekend. 30. That's a real number.
All right, back to the action, away from Greg's online dating life.
Single and ready to mingle.
And here comes a new tag team in the Black Label Pro Tag Team division. AJ Gray, Mance Warner. Both men have made names for themselves here in Black Label Pro as, individual stars seeking that gold. But it currently sits in the hands of Tom Lawler, who's again not here tonight due to an arm injury. And these guys want to move forward, and they see the tag division as a place for them. They think together they could be stronger. They think they see more momentum, and they want to take the tag division of Black Label Pro by storm. Of course, AJ Gray made it to the finals in the Black Label Pro, the Darkest Timeline Championship Tournament, going up against Tom Lawler in the last match, coming up just a little bit short. And Mance Warner was last seen in the BLP Rumble, forming a bit of an alliance with the MJF.
Yeah, but you know what they say, almost doesn't count. Almost won the Battle Royal, almost won the Black Label Championship, but didn't quite get the job done. But, I got to say, on paper, when you look at Mance Warner and AJ Gray, it really doesn't look like a team that should be a thing, right? But, both these guys
Mance Warner has a child at ringside.
Are we...
What's going on here? Mance Warner walking around the ring with a child in his arms.
We don't need to see any kids on this. Oh God,
This child is terrified and crying.
Can we cut away from this, please?
This kid is he's going along with it.
Jesus.
He did the finger point to the eye. That's Mance Warner's trademark move, the finger point to the eye there.
This kid is now scarred for life.
But the child did not look. The child looked uncomfortable. Give the parent back their kid, Mance. What kind of a man, Mance Warner, taking children from adults? Like a literal Rumpelstiltskin. All right. Let's get the kids out of the arms. Let's get to the action here. Nick Iggy and Kerry Awful look ready to go here. Nick Iggy growing very impatient right now.
Look, as I was saying, though, on paper, AJ Gray and Mance Warner, they don't look like they should be together. But when it comes down to it, both of them can get down and dirty, and both of them have two of the best lariats on the independent scene right now. Let's make that clear.
That's true. They both have. That's kind of what brought them together, from what I'm told, is seeing the intensity they bring with those lariats. AJ Gray, a bit more of a high flyer. Mance Warner, a little bit more of a ground and pound grappler. It's going to be a very interesting team seeing these guys together here. A bit of a fire and ice kind of a combination. And, of course, the Carnies is a well-oiled machine here. So it is...
Are we getting a shoe shine right now by some random dude?
What's a Black Label Pro? One of the Black Label Pro ringside assistants there. Most Black Label Pro superstar wrestlers don't take advantage of the ringside assistants. And Nick Iggy having an absolute fit here. All right, Mance Warner, AJ Gray taking off his shirt. Jacket's coming off. Also appears that Mance Warner and AJ Gray share a love of bandanas.
Do you think they're in a gang together?
Why would you think they're in a gang?
Is that what they're trying to do? They're starting like a gang. There's a lot of impressionable children in this crowd. We don't need any gang-type activity.
Well, it does look like they went for an inside handshake here that AJ Gray was not expecting. Mance Warner going a little nutty there, but he looks like he wants to start the bout here. Mance Warner.
Oh, no, this could be some sort of gang initiation. I don't like this at all.
This isn't even new gangs, Greg.
They might be Bloods, but I'm in the Crips. See what I did there? Handicap?
I get it.
Crips.
Awful.
I could say that because I'm disabled.
I know.
So.
Should you, though? And the bell is rung. On to match
late.
number 2. Match number 2 officially underway. Here we're going to get Nick Iggy, Mance Warner in the ring. 2 lean, fine wrestling specimens here to kick the action off. Powerhouses in each corner. Kerry Awful, AJ Gray.
You know, I gotta say, I hate pretty much everybody in this ring, but I do like Mance Warner. I got a soft spot for him, even though he beat me up a little bit in that battle royal last time we were here. Mance Warner, there's something special about this kid. I mean, currently the IWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion, and that's a prestigious belt. A lot of cool dudes have had that belt over the years, and Mance Warner is the current champion. He's only had a couple years of experience on his belt. I mean, he wrestles like a true veteran for only having about 2 years of experience. I mean, it's pretty incredible how far Mance Warner has raised over a couple years.
Absolutely. Full of confidence. You know, we had one of the most confident wrestlers in all of wrestling, the MJF, at the in the Black Label Pro Rumble, and like I mentioned, Mance and the MJF found a kinship in their confidence.
They did. The I Poke Gods working together. It was a moment.
All right, now Nick Iggy tagging out. We got Kerry Awful back in for the first time, I should say.
Ooh, slicking back that hair.
Yeah, there just seems some jaw jacking going on between these two. Kerry Awful. Oh, wait, what is Mance Warner doing? He's going for an even bigger loogie.
Well,
did Kerry Awful just catch that loogie in his mouth? What are these men trying to prove here right now? That is disgusting. That is disgusting. I don't want to see that again. What is the dog-faced gremlin doing? Is he going to blow snot rocket right in the face of Mance Warner? No, headbutt right to the stomach. Thank goodness.
No.
Somehow a headbutt is more appealing than what I thought we were in store for there.
That was, of all the things I've seen in professional wrestling, that was one of them.
Kerry Awful wrenching in that side headlock. Mance Warner flipping it around. Now he's in control. And Kerry Awful sending him off the ropes. And Mance Warner going for that shoulder tackle. Both men couldn't be moved.
I think Mance was just testing him. Because he could have had a little bit more momentum behind that.
He's going to test him again here. He's going to put him through the paces. Mance Warner with another shoulder tackle. No harm.
Oh, okay.
Kerry Awful responding to that shoulder tackle with another trouble shuffle here.
Truly disgusting.
And a little do-si-do here. Kerry Awful taking down Mance Warner. You look at a guy like that, you think he's all just raw energy, but there's a lot going on up top. Is he outwitted his opponent there? Mance Warner popping up, going for that sunset moonsault. Oh, it.
That does not feel good.
Oh,
man.
A big senton right onto his arm, and Mance Warner feeling that one.
Mance, don't you steal my gimmick. Don't you steal my gimmick, pal.
Kerry Awful, is he going to focus on that arm here? It looks like it. He's going and he wrenches it. Grabs him by the wrist. Really, really trying to do some damage to that shoulder and wrist there. Luckily, Mance Warner was able to get to the ropes, break up the hold.
You know, these fans seem to enjoy the Carnies' work, but I got to say, these guys have no regard for the rules. I mean, clearly they should have broke that hold when Mance was in the ropes, and he did not.
Hey, look, you're talking about the rules here. Well, Mance Warner's whole thing is eye poking people, right? I mean, what's more like underhanded and shady than an eye poke? And that's all his thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Big knee to the back there. That's a way to make sure you can't walk Sunday morning. As Nick Iggy gets thrown to the outside by Mance as well, and AJ Gray getting tagged into the bout here for the first time. Let's see what AJ Gray is going to do now that he's got a chance to take control of the action himself.
Trying to get these Hill Jacks fired up.
What is Mance Warner doing?
Wait, what? This is unprecedented.
Mance is going to dive?
Has Mance ever done a dive?
Mance is looking to do it for a plancha. He's going to do a tope. And he goes through the middle of the ropes to the outside. Eye pokes all around. How did you know that Mance Warner wasn't going to be doing any kind of suicide dive? An eye poke being chanted by the live crowd. AJ Gray going for the pinfall there on Kerry Awful. No dice. Mance with another eye poke on the outside on Nick Iggy. Kerry Awful here in the chaos, trying to take the momentum back. He's got Kerry up. Kerry flips it around. Spins around AJ. Shot to the throat. And AJ gets up Nick Iggy for a big scoop slam. Thrown right to the mat. And you can see on Nick Iggy's face, he's writhing in pain here, feeling that in his back. AJ Gray, 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch, 4, 5 punch, 6 punch, 7 punch, 1 more.
Really? That's where you're going with that?
Oh, and I was wrong. It wasn't even a punch. It was a kick.
Word.
Dr. Seuss couldn't have written that better.
That's just, why are we bringing Dr. Seuss into this?
Mance Warner back in. AJ Gray holding up Nick Iggy here for a big shot.
This is high-risk issue for Mance.
It really is. Drilling down a big bunch of knuckles into those ribs there, and Nick Iggy. Nick Iggy really does seem to be out of it.
Yeah, the Carnies have had a hard time mounting any type of control in this match thus far. Kind of surprising, I'll be honest with you.
Well, they came out here, maybe a little thrown off their game, not getting that live microphone, having to grab the crowd the good old-fashioned way by making a bunch of noise. Mance Warner distracted by
Spoke too soon.
Kerry Awful, and then taking a huge shot there from Nick Iggy. Pinfall, big punches, big elbows right to the back of the head. Referee asking him to get off there. Nick Iggy going back in for the attack. Finally finding that energy. Taking him into their corner.
Kerry Awful, do you think that's his real name?
I don't know if that's his real name. Probably had to change it. You know, these Carnies, they drift from town to town.
I feel like someone walked up to him and saw those rinky-dink tattoos, and they said, Kerry,
Ooh.
Awful.
Kerry Awful with an awfully hard big chop to the chest. And Nick Iggy with the refs back here getting involved in the action again. Mance Warner in no man's land. He's got to find a way to get out of that corner there, or else Nick Iggy and Kerry Awful are just going to keep control of this, as they are right now. Kerry Awful tagging Nick Iggy back in. These two men doing a great job of getting in and out of the ring, making sure that they're keeping a fresh guy in at all times. Mance Warner here, unable to get even near AJ Gray to tag out. Nick Iggy with another big scoop, going to drop Mance Warner back on their side of the ring. Mance Warner, you can see in his eyes that he knows that this is not going his direction. AJ Gray gets coaxed back into the ring by Nick Iggy, who calls it Kerry. The referee talking to AJ Gray, and the Carnies running roughshod all over.
Taking advantage of the situation. No regards for the rules, like I was talking about earlier.
Mance Warner with a couple desperation punches to the face of Kerry Awful, but again, right back down. Kerry's got him draped over that second rope. You gotta, you know those ropes, how hard they are, right? It's stiff, and they're right across your neck like that.
Oh, those ropes can tear you apart. They can bruise you if you hit the ropes or the turnbuckle the wrong way. You could rupture something inside you. You could be bleeding out of your penis hole.
Why would you say that?
I've been there, done that. Okay?
How does that happen? You
Not
got your
good.
neck over the. I don't even know.
I mean, that has nothing to do with your neck. I'm saying you hit those ropes the wrong way. Even hitting the ropes, being whipped, I mean, that could be a bad situation. They're nothing to mess with.
Wow, talk about a bad situation. Nick Iggy, like, drilling Mance Warner there with that huge kick right to the eye socket. You know, I see those orbital sockets getting kicked and punched now. I can't help but think of that horrible Eddie Edwards, Sammy Callahan baseball bat incident. Hate to see another eyeball get popped open here tonight. And here's that fish hook that I was telling you about. Nick Iggy, driven by his own desire to feel so pretty, ripping at the faces of his opponents, flips Mance Warner over into a pinfall attempt. As Mance kicks out, Nick Iggy takes the opportunity to put AJ Gray to the ground. And Mance Warner is in a bad way right now. Nick Iggy just grabbing him by that bandana we brought up earlier, a USA American flag bandana.
He loves America.
Absolutely.
He's America made. He's got the red, white, and blue running through his veins. He was born and raised in the USA.
Kerry Awful just raised him up into a gut buster.
You know, he's Mance Warner. He's government inspected, U.S. grade. And quite frankly, if you mess with the flag, it's like a slap in his face.
Well said. It's like a high school essay you just wrote there.
It's almost like that was a song written by Jimmy Hart.
Kerry Awful there, sitting straight down on the chest of Mance Warner. Flatten him, tried to flatten him like a bug. Mance Warner, you know, he has probably spent 80% of this match in here. AJ Gray has just been sitting on that ring apron there. And you gotta.
Is he going to do the eye poke?
No. He was going for it. He was going to try to use Mance Warner's own patented eye poke against him. Mance Warner turning the tables. He's going to try to make Kerry Awful poke himself in the eyeball right now. No, Kerry Awful battling back. Mance Warner twisting it back towards Kerry Awful. Kerry Awful saying no thank you, and Mance Warner finally landing the big eye poke, and Mance is down. The crowd now trying to give Mance Warner the energy to get to AJ Gray.
But does he have anything left? That's the question.
Man, AJ Gray, look at all that strength, athleticism, agility, all packaged together there. Huge lariat. Back elbow. A twist and a headbutt there right to the face of Nick Iggy. And what does AJ Gray have in mind? Standing, stalling suplex into a brainbuster variation, it looks like. But not enough to keep Nick Iggy down. You got to remember, Nick Iggy and Kerry Awful have been really in control for the past 5 minutes or so as they've been taking Mance Warner to town. Both these men here have some life in them, but AJ Gray, probably the most rested man in the entire match. He's going to try to figure out a way to block this side suplex. Couldn't, but his buddy Mance Warner knew how to get him out of it. Big scoop from AJ Gray, sending Kerry Awful all the way to the mat. You can see him writhing around, bouncing around, grabbing his spinal column.
That's impressive strength. Watch out.
And what was that? It was like a discus tomahawk chop to the head there.
You know, I'm not crazy about the Carnies, but you got to appreciate their confidence and their strategy here, especially when it comes to taking advantage of the referee situation here.
And Nick Iggy here, sensing that he may have a shot at putting this one away. Took a second to try to play to the crowd. Got sent to the corner and fired back. Looked like he was going to try to go for a cutter. Got a piece of him.
Got a little bit, but not all of it. But it was enough to stagger AJ Gray.
That's all you need. Then you get the dog-faced gremlin, Kerry Awful in here.
Oh!
Drop kick power slam combo.
Strong kick out it too.
AJ Gray, like I said, AJ Gray has been sitting there in that ring apron waiting for Mance Warner to get to him. Finally in here. He doesn't want to lose this opportunity, knowing he's the most refreshed man in the match. A drive-by, an assisted drive-by there by Nick Iggy on AJ Gray. Kerry Awful sitting right on top of AJ Gray, and Mance Warner able to dive in for the save there, busting up the pinfall attempt. And now Mance Warner starting to come to his senses here. You can see a little bit of blood coming back into his face, his eyes clearing out a bit. Nick Iggy does not want either of these men to come to their senses here. He needs to stay on these guys. He's got to stop playing to the crowd like that.
Assisted headbutt.
Oh, into a sit-out powerbomb by AJ Gray.
Low down, you better recognize.
Kerry Awful with some big chops here. He doesn't seem to care that he's 1-on-2 right now. Could have stayed on the outside, could have regrouped with Nick Iggy. Decided to get right back into it.
Well, he's got to fight for his life here right now because Mance Warner and AJ Gray are firmly in control.
And what is AJ Gray spinning him around for? Huge lariat!
Hasn't taken him down, though. I'm surprised.
Mance Warner looks like he's going for his lariat here.
Whoa!
Oh, huge double lariats. One to the front, one to the back of the head. Like getting caught between two train cars colliding.
He's still not down.
And another double clothesline from these two. Mance and Gray.
What's it going to take down this Kerry awful.
Kerry awful, spitting right into the face of Mance Warner. Gross to think that some of that spit coming out of Kerry's mouth could have been Mance's.
That was actually Mance spit being spit on the Mance.
After 3 double clotheslines, the front and the back, Mance Warner, AJ Gray pick up their first victory. And if they wanted to come in here tonight and they wanted to make a name for themselves in the Black Label Pro Tag Team Division, picking up a victory over the Carnies, one of the hardest working, most respected tag teams in all of professional wrestling right now, well, that's the way to do it.
An established tag team that's been making their way across the country.
You could see that it wasn't a perfect fit here quite yet for Mance and AJ. A little bit of miscommunication from time to time. Maybe they were working a little harder than they had to.
Well, you know, it's not always about being pretty because, quite frankly, Mance Warner and AJ Gray far from pretty. They're no Greg Iron, but I mean, it comes down to effectiveness. Teamwork. And when you're a gang like that,
why do you keep calling him a gang? Nick Gage is in the main event. Nick Gage is gang affiliated. That's his whole thing.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he was a good clean man.
Nick Gage?
Yeah.
Went to jail for robbing a bank.
What?
Yeah.
When?
He's a scary man.
When did that happen?
A couple years ago.
What?
Yes.
No.
Nick Gage is a very scary man. He is gang affiliated. These two right here, it looks more like they love America, Greg. The man is wearing an American bandana. A USA flag bandana. AJ Gray, his friend, wearing red, also in the American flag. These are the all-American boys right here.
I think you're making up this story about Nick Gage. I thought he was. I talked to him in the back earlier today. He struck me as a bearded Bob Backlund.
You know what? Nice guy. You know, did his time, came out, got his life together, just got an edge to him.
I don't believe what you're saying right now.
And look at these kids running over trying to give AJ Gray high fives as they run back to their seats here. And of course, we got a big birthday party here in the audience tonight. Whole section of children going absolutely mad here for the wrestlers tonight. All right, we got the power back.
Oh, mother. Son of a.
Wow. Greg, you're walking a line here, man. So as a reminder, I guess if you're at home, you could scream profanities at the screen. Can't get kicked out of your own home. I don't think.
Did you just say KKK?
They can't get kicked
I
out.
don't think you could say that.
Greg,
a little bit of a stutter there.
You just had to put the had to throw that out
this
there.
This is a family show, man.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
You think I'm
You brought up gang affiliation, and you're talking about that.
You brought up the gangs.
I don't remember bringing that up, but I've had a lot of concussions.
Kobe Durst. Kobe Durst is one of my favorite stories of professional wrestling right now. This guy has a better body now than he's ever had at any point in his entire career. He's putting in the time. He's putting in the effort. He's improved significantly in the ring. He's getting more opportunities. A couple years ago, a guy like Kobe Durst was mostly working pre-show matches, dark matches. Yep. But he is moving his way up the card. And this is going to be a huge opportunity for Kobe Durst here. I mean, like I said, this guy has never looked better. Look at that. Look at that body. Compare that body to your body, Greg.
My body particularly? Well, I mean, come on. You're not even giving this kid a fighting chance when you compare it to my body. But, I mean, he's in pretty good shape. I'll give him that. And you talk about how he was in dark matches previously. Quite frankly, Kobe Durst is a dark horse because he's had tremendous success around Canada. Now he's got to make a name for himself in America, much like this man right here.
The man violence is made of, Eric Ryan. You know, Kobe Durst kind of got a boyish type look here.
Yeah, you like that?
A young lion, so to speak. And you got a man in there in Eric Ryan. A tough man, tattooed, angry, and violent.
Let me ask you something. Nick, you're swiping on Bumble. You come across Kobe Durst. You come across Eric Ryan. Do you swipe right on both of them, or do you swipe right on just one? If you had to swipe right on one, which one do you swipe right on?
I don't really
This
know.
is based on wrestling ability. This is like if Bumble had a wrestling feature.
All right, and the bell is rung.
You're going to ignore that question.
Kobe Durst and Eric Ryan. Legitimate grappling contest here. These two men tie up in the middle of the ring.
Both have had various levels of success in other promotion. Eric Ryan, a multiple-time Absolute Intense Wrestling champion of Cleveland, Ohio, has participated in many death matches for the CZW, former CZW Tag Team Champion. Kobe Durst, a lot of success in the Ontario area, former Alpha One champion up there in Ontario. I mean, these guys have a lot of skill, a lot of experience. In fact, Kobe Durst just recently went 1 hour with the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, and it was one of the best matches that I've ever seen. These guys got what it takes to have an instant classic right here tonight at Black Label Pro.
Well, it's already been a great night of action, and that's one of the great things about Black Label Pro is the pairings you get, the kind of competitors you see going up against each other. Eric Ryan is a very tough man. Again, Kobe Durst with those boyish looks here, going to get pushed to his limits here, and hoping to surprise some people. Some big hip tosses here.
Those were arm drags.
Arm drags. Tossed him onto his hip, though. Got a suicide dive to the outside.
Kobe Durst starting off hot here.
Now, Kobe Durst is deceptively large. Big man up top here. Over 6 feet. And a huge splash off the top right onto Eric Ryan. He's moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour here. He's already got Eric Ryan down on the ground and dilapidated to the point that he can jump off the top rope with a huge splash like that. Kobe Durst will be looking for a quick upset here.
So let me ask something. You're swiping right on Bumble on your wrestlers. Do you particularly want them to list their height? Because that's sometimes a thing on Bumble. They're very particular about putting their height. What do you think? If Kobe Durst says that he's around 6 foot tall on Bumble, are you more likely to swipe on his wrestling ability?
Eric Ryan going to work on the ankles and the wrists of Kobe Durst.
I'm asking legitimate questions.
Kobe Durst pushing Eric Ryan away. I mean, it's what you got to do. You got to create distance here. As he gets getting pounded into the corner.
You get unlimited swipes on Bumble, but it looks like Eric Ryan wants to put unlimited strikes here on Kobe Durst.
Yeah, well, Kobe Durst obviously doesn't want that to happen. Turns it around. Big elbows here to the face. Eric Ryan's got his fingers in the eyes and the mouth of Kobe Durst, and Eric Ryan here really having to dig deep and maybe work a little bit harder than he was expecting against Kobe Durst here.
Well, Eric Ryan's a little bit of a brute, a little bit of a brawler. I mean, he'll get down and dirty. I mean, he grew up in the mean streets of Cleveland. He spent a lot of time in the Elyria area as well, and that place is a little ghetto-ish, okay? So it's like when it comes to violent nature, Eric Ryan brings all of it.
And that was a violent scoop power slam there, just thrown with authority right to the mat. Going for the pinfall there, and I'm glad to see Kobe Durst didn't even let her get a 1 count there with the disrespect being thrown his way there by Eric Ryan. Eric Ryan here probably realizing he's been on the receiving end of some big kicks and splashes from Kobe Durst, has decided, you know what, I gotta turn the tables on this kid.
Well, yeah, maybe he underestimated Kobe Durst's ability here, but what it comes down to, Eric Ryan is not afraid to take it to guys as hard as he needs to. I mean, I've seen this guy bleed buckets, wrestling some of the craziest death matches I've ever witnessed live and in person. I mean, Eric Ryan, he's a dangerous man. I've been in the ring with him, and those strikes, I mean, it's not a good situation. I mean, he's one of the hardest strikers I've ever had to face.
Yeah, look at the quickness that he throws those overhand punches and clubs to the back of the head. And the fans here now getting behind Kobe Durst, and Kobe Durst jacking Eric Ryan in the face of the corner with some crazy elbows. Wow.
I think he made the ring move a few inches.
I think Eric Ryan may have pushed Kobe Durst to be a more violent Kobe Durst with a huge German suplex there.
Suplex Township.
And what kind of a light bulb did Eric Ryan put off in Kobe Durst's head? This kid is going absolutely nuts right now.
Whoa!
Rough Rider right there.
Stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop.
Wow, Kobe Durst like a house of fire there. Just laying it all on the line there against Eric Ryan. Eric Ryan has got to be seeing stars right now as he's looking up at the roof of the On the Sports Square Academy, or On the Square Sports Auditorium in Crown Point, Indiana here. Kobe Durst looked like he's maybe going for a pile driver, but instead gets rammed into the corner. Eric Ryan trying to get his composure going. Manages to eke out. A little bit of offense there against Kobe Durst.
Well, Eric Ryan better watch out for that pile driver because Kobe's got one of the best in the game. But, you know, Eric has a package pile driver of his own that he likes to bust out every now and then. But right now we got a
wow, Eric Ryan
slide into a neck breaker. Ouch. That is a gymnasium floor. Okay, there is no mat there. There's nothing to protect you. That's going to hurt.
And like a flock of birds there at ringside, a bunch of children just got kicked at by Eric Ryan and flew away there. What's Eric Ryan got in the mind here?
Oh!
Shades of Cactus Jack dropping that elbow right off the ring apron.
No regard for his well-being. And I got to say, you know, Eric Ryan, while a dangerous man, he has a habit of being a little bit of, he's injury prone. So, I mean, he's got to be careful when he's doing stuff like that. I mean, he's getting older, too. I mean, I think he's in his 40s or 50s at this point now. He might break his hip.
Look at his back. Look at those scars.
I mean,
he's been war wounds.
He's been through some wars, man. Like I said, he's bled buckets all across the East Coast, all across the Midwest. I mean, this guy is out of control.
And juxtapose that with the porcelain, fresh baby skin of Kobe Durst.
You're making this really weird.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, look, Eric Ryan's got all his skin that's been cut up and obviously shows wear. What is Eric Ryan doing going after these children at ringside, really getting into the head of Eric Ryan? These parents need to tell these children to get away. Eric Ryan is going to hurt one of these kids. We just saw Mance Warner walking around with a child.
Oh, my God, the height of that leg drop. Nothing in the pool.
And Kobe Durst with a backslide into a pin. Boot to the face. Low blow. And Kobe Durst here going for another Rough Rider, but instead gets caught. Sunset
bomb.
Into a pinfall attempt.
Super kick. That's going to stagger him.
Eric Ryan getting one kick, two kick. Not quite all the way down.
You're going to see a third. Boom.
What is Kobe Durst going to have to do to put away Eric Ryan, get him off his feet here? Fourth straight kick to the face. This is less a super kick party and more of a super kick intervention. Seems like he's got a problem getting kicked in the face.
I hope Eric Ryan didn't have to rush home to do meal prep because he might be drinking his food through a straw after all those kicks.
Cradle powerbomb there. This referee's sweating right now with the action these two men have been putting on, trying to keep up with him here.
Well, I think the referee actually has high cholesterol. Not a very good diet. I think that's actually why he's sweating. But I guess, maybe the match is a factor, too.
And Kobe Durst, Eric Ryan now at a point now where they seem to be at an impasse, throwing blows back and forth. Kobe Durst getting a bit of advantage here.
I actually saw the ref eating Wendy's before this match. Nick, do you like Wendy's?
Shut up, Greg. Shut up.
I love Domino's Pizza, which is the sponsor for Black Label Pro.
Yes, it is. Oh, Greg.
I heard Mikey, promoter here at Black Label, loves Wendy's, actually. He told me he wanted me to mention that on commentary. Big shout out to
And
Wendy's.
Double underhook powerbomb attempt into a Hurricane Rana from Kobe Durst. Kobe Durst back here, throwing himself clear across the ring with those big elbows to the face. I think he may have hit Eric Ryan with no less than 7 of those running elbows in this match now into that corner.
Eric caught him with the boot, though. He's back in control, but not so fast. Big slap to the cheek.
I am not going to lie. This is probably the most impressed I've ever been by Kobe Durst. More than holding his own here. Hurricane Rana off the top rope.
He's got to follow up with something. What's he got in store here up to the top?
Eric Ryan completely
Oh, that big code breaker. He likes to finish matches with that. That could be it.
That is it. Wow, congratulations to Kobe Durst. The fans here going wild at Crown Point. Eric Ryan gave it his all. I hate to call this a passing of the torch type moment here, but the man made of violence. Eric Ryan falling to the dark horse. Kobe Durst, diamond in the rough.
Incredible.
Wow, congratulations to Kobe. And again, if you're enjoying the action out there, you're watching at home, hashtag BLP5. Let everybody know you're enjoying this bout and all the action you're seeing here tonight. We got more big action, more big bouts for you here tonight.
After a win like this, maybe Tiger Beat will be looking at Kobe Durst, maybe giving him an opportunity to get on the cover. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Nick?
I haven't read Tiger. I don't know that I've ever read a Tiger Beat. Why would you say that?
Don't you lie to my face.
I don't know that
I heard the way you were talking about Kobe Durst. You're a weird Tiger Beat aficionado.
But I'm just saying the man's got pure, untouched, beautiful porcelain skin.
I was really disgusted seeing that truffle shuffle earlier, but not as disgusted as I am by you using the phrase untouched skin. Disturbing. You know what? This crowd's showing some respect for Eric Ryan.
How can you not? Eric Ryan came out here, did a great job tonight. Came up a little bit short, but something tells me that Eric Ryan's...
you don't got to talk about the man's height.
I don't know. I feel like him and Kobe Durst may not be done.
I'd like to see this match again. That was fun.
Eric Ryan having a moment here with these children.
You know, those children might have cost him a match.
Is he going... Eric Ryan going into the crowd to, I'm guessing, assault children.
Wow. Well,
I'm guessing Eric Ryan is going to beat up children?
Well, we don't need that. Well, you know what? He might be doing a lot of these parents a favor because, you know, the average child...
What is going on right now?
The average child, until the age of 18, actually costs $200,000 to raise. Did you know that, Nick?
These kids have really triggered Eric Ryan. Eric Ryan is going to fight a group of children, I think.
Nick, you got to imagine.
Can we get security?
These kids are probably around 6 to 8 years old. I mean,
can somebody please go check on the children and Eric Ryan? I feel like they're going to have a situation
Don't
here.
worry about it, because Eric Ryan is doing these parents a favor. I mean, he's saving them about 10 to 12 years of money that they could spend on literally anything else.
Why Eric Ryan has one of the fans that's in a wheelchair, and he's taking him to the back, and I have no idea what's happening right now. Wow, Eric Ryan picked a fight with children.
And he pushed a man in a wheelchair to the entrance.
All right.
Well,
on to the next bout here. What a wild end to the end of Kobe Durst versus man.
Can you say awkward?
Versus Eric Ryan.
A.W. Quarry.
And look at this monster. Easily the biggest man, I think, in the Black Label Pro locker room right now on the roster, Josh Briggs.
It's a good thing I'm not on the official roster because they would be the second biggest.
It's a joke, right? Hilarious bit of comedy from Gregory Iron.
What are you...
Careful, I'll slap an iron tariff on you.
Is this going to be the thing tonight, or are we just going to pick on the kids? Because I'm okay with it.
I mean, it does seem like the wrestlers don't like these children. And to be fair, you know, the kids don't seem to like the wrestlers. You know, a certain bunch of them. Look at that child cowering in fear at Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs looks like a character from Vikings.
Never seen it.
Kind of got a Nordic vibe to him.
He looks like he could have been an extra on Xena Warrior Princess back in the day. I used to watch that show. Syndication. You remember when shows were in syndication?
Still are, Greg. Syndication very much a thing.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow. Well, you know what? Syndication is nothing compared to live streaming, which is what we're doing right now on Powerbomb.tv, which is the segue I was going for before you made me look like a complete buffoon. Quite frankly, a bumbling idiot.
You and the bumble. You and the bumble. And I cannot wait to see Josh Briggs' opponent here in just a moment.
So you can't just walk through the curtain. You have to wait for the precise right moment when the music kicks in. Make that strategy.
Give Jake Parnell his due here. Give him his moment to come out at the right time. Jake Parnell has been through an experience recently. About a month and a half ago, Jake Parnell was wrestling in a match when he went into the corner, and the corner turnbuckle broke, and the turnbuckle got a hook, believe it or not, inside of his mouth, literally hooked and ripped half of this guy's mouth off, his face. It was all bloody, required tons and tons of stitches. The Warhorse, Jake Parnell, finished that match after losing a good chunk of his face, and he is here tonight. He is angry, he is hungry, he is looking to prove that he is more than just a guy who can get through a bout with a busted up face. He wants to be known as a guy who can get it done against some of the greatest performers right now on the scene. And Josh Briggs, he's got the size, he's got the bad attitude to back it up. He's gonna be the biggest obstacle to date for Jake Parnell.
I wish that they could put a camera on me right now because I'm playing the world's smallest violin. You want me to feel bad for a disfigured, mutilated freak? Let me tell you something right now. If there's one thing I can't stand in this industry, it's someone who's disfigured and mutilated, okay? And Jake Parnell should just, quite frankly, should quit the business.
Wow.
Right?
I disagree. A lot of people have really been giving Jake Parnell a lot of props for his tenacity, his ability to finish that match and get back into action so quickly. As you can see, just shortly after that accident happened about 6 weeks ago, he's doing suicide dives here on monsters like Josh Briggs, who grabs him out of midair, throws him into that guardrail. Very proud of himself, decided he had to let everyone know with that aggression. And Jake Parnell, for all the momentum he's had, for all of the tenacity he's got, is on the receiving end of some big shots. And wait, he turns around here, and he tosses Briggs into the guardrail.
You know, a lot of people say that Parnell has a lot of guts, but I frankly think it's a lot of stupidity. I mean, how do you get through an injury like that where the turnbuckle nearly takes your face and you come back to this business?
My goodness, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're
what
not
sorry.
What a
big boot
No.
on the outside, sending Briggs over that guardrail to the outside.
Look, that was luck. Basically, I think, I don't know, the gods or the heavens above were trying to send Parnell a message. Get out of the business while the getting's good, because there's bad times coming for me down the line. And tonight, those bad times were in the form of Big Rig Briggs, all right?
Big Rig Briggs.
I just made that up because it rhymes.
He's like Diesel.
It's my impression of a semi-truck horn.
That's good, Greg. You're obviously on point here tonight. Jake Parnell, realizing he's got the big man down, goes for he's just dropping some, looks like he's got a double axe handle chop, and then he does a senton.
And that's going to take more than that to take out the Big Rig Briggs.
And I'm surprised to see Parnell not going for some more punches or kicks to the face here to try to incapacitate this man. A lot of body work on Briggs, but Jake Parnell's obviously got his own game plan.
And now he's pandering, and guess what? It backfired because he kicked him right in that stupid, disfigured face.
You know, and that's the thing, is it's only been 6 weeks here since that damage has been done to Jake Parnell's face, and you got to think a big boot like that, you could have some staples, some stitches still going on, and maybe a screw or two. They just got knocked loose in your jaw. Josh Briggs.
He doesn't even know where he is right now.
Josh Briggs is probably thinking he's playing a bit of a cat and mouse game here. He had this guy Jake Parnell in there, about half his size, but twice his speed.
There's no cat and mouse game. What it came down to is he just let this little disfigured punk get his little licks in, let him think that he's something special, that he's some sort of inspiration, and quite frankly, it's all part of a mind game because right now, Briggs is firmly in control.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't see him letting up.
Yeah, he put his boot right in the face of Parnell there, about took his head off. Went for that pinfall attempt, but Parnell has been through the worst of it right now. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep him down. Josh Briggs on the attack now. Stalking his prey, grabbing Parnell by the throat, trying to degrade him in the corner, yelling things at him. Drive-by big boot in the corner there from Josh Briggs, and that's enough to put away most men here. I wonder what Briggs is why he's not throwing him down for the pinfall. What else has he got to prove? What else is he trying to do here?
Because
what does he set him up for?
He's going to make sure that this kid's career is over tonight. I mean, he's hit him with several boots in the face. And, I mean, look, that's still got to be a tender area. I don't care how much it's healed in the past 6 weeks. That's got to be a tender, sore spot to be getting kicked in that repeatedly, only less than 2 months after something like that happens to your face.
Got a big gut buster there for his troubles from Briggs. Parnell struggling. He's really taking some abuse here. Josh Briggs landed in even more. Every time you get thrown into those corners like that, it just does a little bit more damage. And right there, Josh Briggs, that's the kind of aggression, the intensity I was expecting to see here earlier on. Just laying out Jake Parnell in that corner there, booting him in the face.
Briggs has great movement. I mean, it comes down to, like, you know, he's been noted on record to list guys like The Undertaker and Barry Windham as inspiration from the way he competes in the ring. And you can see that aggression. You can see it with the way he moves, the way he reacts to things. I mean, like, you can see that influence. Briggs is going to be a big deal. Give it a couple more years, and he's going to be a real big deal.
He's a big deal right now. He's a big man. He's in firm control here over the crowd favorite, the Warhorse, Jake Parnell.
Second biggest man on this show. Crazy.
Second biggest. Who's bigger than Briggs?
Oh, we talked about this earlier. It's me.
And where's Briggs going here? With the size and strength of a guy like Josh Briggs, he shouldn't need to be going up to the top turnbuckle here. This is a very risky option for him.
Brother, he's a high flyer.
What is he thinking?
Whoa!
Look at that moonsault from Josh Briggs off the top rope. Jake Parnell barely able to get out of the way, and he's finding himself, psyching himself up. Down in the corner, bobbing along. He's got a song going in his head.
I don't know what kind of song would he have in his head.
Where he's banging his head up and down like that. Goes for that lariat on Josh Briggs.
That's not going to work.
Goes for another lariat.
Nope.
He's got to have to find another way to take this big man down. Josh Briggs cutting him off there.
Big whip.
Yeah. Jake Parnell's going to need to come up with some unique offense here to try to take this big man down. Drop kick, drops him into the corner, Briggs off his feet.
Whoa, big knee to the back of the head. What a punk. What a dirty, dastardly punk.
Josh Briggs doesn't seem to look like he knows where he's at.
Come on, Josh. Get up. Watch out, pal. Whoa.
Oh, double stop to the back of the head off the ring apron from Jake Parnell. And the crowd here at Crowd Point, they absolutely love that.
I mean, it's predominantly kids. What do kids know anyways? I mean, come on.
They know they like Jake Parnell, that's for sure.
Know anything.
Do not like Josh Briggs.
Hear the type of music these kids are listening to nowadays. You think they know anything?
How does Josh Briggs even know where he's at right now? I mean, after getting kicked, double stomp, back of the head. The Warhorse now going for a high-risk move off the top. Wanted another double stomp.
Uh-oh.
Instead got met with a choke slam here.
Whoa, flip out of the choke slam.
Goes for a German here, or half Nelson, just trying to get a piece of him. Oh, looked like a backbreaker sidewalk slam attempt here. Double underhook into a modified jackhammer.
What?
2. I could have swear I heard a 3, but the ref said 2. Jake Parnell's barely able to kick out.
You know, if Parnell was smart, which clearly he's not, there's something wrong with Briggs' shoulder. It's been like that for at least a month, maybe 2. That's basically a bullseye. If Parnell would have went for that early on, he might have changed the game here, but, I mean, it seems like it's a little too late now.
Parnell holding his own. Trying to turn the tides here. Big boot to the face.
Another boot. Boot of his own from Parnell.
We got a war going here in the middle of the ring as Parnell throws some tomahawk chops to the side of the head of Josh Briggs. And the fans here in attendance with him all the way. Discus headbutt.
That looked like it affected them both. Briggs better capitalize with a pinfall here. Figure out where you are, buddy. Get that pin. Come on.
Those headbutts there, they're always, I feel like, last-ditch efforts. You know, a moment of desperation. You got to do something to inflict some pain. You don't mind taking a little bit of yourself as long as it's going to get you through the night, Frank Sinatra would say.
You're quoting the oldest people of all time.
Or good taste. And Jake Parnell.
Do you like Wendy's?
Greg? Jake Parnell here. Even more of those tomahawk chops. Josh Briggs.
Stopped him with a good old-fashioned boot to the gut, though.
And
up and over.
Jake Parnell,
no.
Go for it.
What?
German suplex onto the much bigger man, and Jake Parnell looks about as surprised as anyone that he's able to get in there and pull that off on Josh Briggs. Off the ropes, and what is Jake Parnell building up speed for?
Huge lariat!
Oh my goodness. Shades of AJ Gray and Mance Warner. And the Warhorse nearly picked up the victory. What is he going to have to do right now to keep this big man down? I feel like you got to get back to it right now, Jake. You can't take a second. Maybe he's looking at his surroundings here right now, trying to think of something creative, something he hasn't done. Jake Parnell's pointing to the top rope.
You know, he should have kept the man grounded. This is not a wise move on his part. Another boot.
I have to agree with you there, Greg. I feel like if Jake had just been a half step quicker, he'd have probably pulled off whatever he was thinking of doing here, but instead Josh Briggs has got him up top
by
the throat.
What do we have here? This is going to be the end of this kid's career, and good.
And Jake
good
Parnell,
riddance.
Going back to his Viking War Party roots there. Oh, there's that. He grabs him by the throat.
Got it. That's it.
Choke slam backbreaker.
Got him out.
And that is all she wrote. But, man, you got to give it to Jake Parnell there. Gave it all he had. Obviously outmatched from a size perspective. Immediately you had to notice that. But Jake Parnell has just been such a warrior recently. Again, showing the courage and determination to see himself through situations that most men would have given up, packed up, and gone home.
Yeah. It was a great story, but you know what? He lost it. Now, hey, Briggs, why don't you take off one of those turnbuckles and just finish the job, huh? Why don't you get the other side of the mount?
Come on, Greg.
Yeah.
Come
Briggs,
on.
Come on, man. Hey, just take off the buckle. Come on.
Well, the referee certainly wanted Briggs to go away. He said, tell him to get out of here. Give him space, he's saying. The match is over.
You're going to tell a man that big to get out of here?
Well,
the ref better watch who he's talking to right now. He's talking to Big Rick Briggs.
The match is over, Greg. The match is over.
I'm sorry. Did you say something, Nick? You got something to say?
It doesn't really. It doesn't really sound. It doesn't really sound like a. It doesn't sound like an 18-wheeler when you do it. It doesn't sound like a semi.
I'm sorry. Let me try to get it a little deeper.
Like
hold on.
It sounds like if you.
Is that better?
It sounds like if Kermit the Frog was taken hostage and was trying to speak through the gag they had in his mouth.
Let me hear it for Big Rick Briggs.
What is going on?
Get this punk out of here.
And
he ain't no Big Rig.
Jake Parnell heading to the back here.
It's like a fart in church. Get out of here.
All right. And I'll remind everybody out there, hashtag BLP5, if you want to spread the good word of Black Label Pro action here tonight.
You can also hashtag Nick and Mikey love Wendy's. We're having a good time here tonight.
We're having the best time, Greg. The absolute best. Absolute best.
Hey. Now this was a solo, not a duet. Get out of here. No, stop. I would like to forget about you. Oh, wait. Oh, it's one of those custom tracks. They combine two songs.
The Millennial, Danny Adams. If you were born between 1983 and I believe it's 1997. I think that's what's considered to be a millennial now. Maybe 99. I'm an old millennial myself.
Uh-oh, got a mic.
Hold on, cut the music. Cut the music right now.
Cut that custom track.
I come all the way up to Crown Point, Indiana, and that's the best I get.
Wow, disrespect. Stupid kids.
Fine. Before we start this match, I got something to explain to all of you idiots.
Preach. I like this guy.
Explain how all of this came to be. You see, in our past life, Danny Adams wasn't always a professional wrestler.
Okay.
Danny Adams was a whirlwind adventurer, and I traveled the entire
I'm impressed.
I like Treasure and Adventure.
And in these world travels, I met a man. A man who needed one favor. One favor. He said, "Hey, Adams, I need you to do everything in your power to complete one task." So I crossed deserts, I climbed mountains, I fought 100 ninjas at one time.
That's a lot of ninjas.
You don't tell me to shut up, I'm trying to tell you a story.
I feel like this is made up.
That sounds legit to me.
As I was saying, after I defeated 200 ninjas.
Oh, okay. You know what? I believe him now.
Once 200 I was there, you weren't, sir.
Wow. Where's the footage of the ninja fight?
I completed this task for this man. And he told me that he owed me one favor that I could call in at any point, any time of my choosing. And here I am tonight in Crown Point, Indiana.
Yeah.
Calling in this favor to beat up Kevin Koo.
Okay.
So without further ado, I would like to introduce my close personal friend, a man that I've done everything for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Warlord.
The Warlord.
Do you think they matched on Bumble? Is that how they got together?
No, Greg. I think they found each other. As Danny Adams said, he's been going around the world collecting items for the Warlord, and now after years of indentured servitude, he is cashing in this favor to the Warlord help him defeat Kevin Koo.
Wow, look at the Warlord.
The Warlord is one of the most intimidating performers to ever step foot in professional wrestling. Of course, you can remember many classic battles that the Warlord had.
Had a great feud with the British Bulldog in 1991. WrestleMania 7, man. Big match. Big time match.
Huge match. WrestleMania performer right here in the Warlord. And he is out here with the Millennial Danny Adams to take on Kevin Koo and Percy Davis. The Millennial Danny Adams. But it doesn't really have like an intimidating ring to it. But I mean, it does. You know, there's a sense of angst there.
Are you disrespecting Danny Adams?
I'm just saying the Millennial.
He wrestled 400
fight.
ninjas, dude.
Fair. And there he is, Kevin Koo, and Percy Davis, his partner here tonight. Kevin Koo, another man that went very far in the original Darkest Timeline Championship tournament, was actually favored to win and become the first ever BLP champion before Filthy Tom Lawler would go on.
Wait, who favored him?
Kevin Koo, I heard a lot of people buzzing about Kevin Koo going into that tournament. Of course, Kevin Koo.
Where were you buzzing? Was it on Bumble?
Why is it always got to be on Bumble, Greg?
I don't know. That's what the kids are doing.
I don't know that the kids are all doing that.
Let me tell you something about Kevin Koo, okay? This guy came back too soon from a severely broken neck, okay? And he seems to be doing a lot better since then, but, you know, it didn't give him the Black Label Championship, and quite frankly, I think the Warlord might finish the job and break that neck once and for all tonight. I hope so.
That, and I would think that's what Danny Adams wants. Of course, like you mentioned there, Kevin Koo coming back from a very severe neck injury, broken his neck. Now back into action here. A lot of people worried for his safety, but he seems confident that he's ready to go better than ever. He wants to see himself in that title picture for the BLP Championship, and Danny Adams has brought in the Warlord here tonight to do his dirty work, it sounds like, and as you mentioned there, put Kevin Koo away for good finally. Kevin Koo and Danny Adams really don't like each other, these two men.
I don't find anything funny right now. Getting destroyed by the Warlord right now, that's going to be hilarious, huh, Percy? Wow.
And again, reminder, if you're enjoying the action, you enjoy seeing the Warlord here, use hashtag BLP5 over on Twitter. All right, Kevin Koo deciding that he, of course, must be the first one to get his hands on Danny Adams, who's brought in this mercenary for hire here in the Warlord to try to help him do his bidding. Maybe if Kevin could keep it to him and Danny Adams here, we won't even have to see the Warlord. If the Warlord never gets tagged in, then we never have to see what the Warlord's going to do to Kevin Koo.
Oh, I got a feeling.
Oh my God, what a slap to the face. I've heard of slapping the taste out of your mouth.
You just slapped the soul out of him.
Yeah, I was about
Yep, that's his soul floating up onto the heavens. Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, that soul beat over 600 ninjas.
And the Warlord looking on, grimacing from the corner. Danny Adams with a bold claim there, saying he's the best wrestler in the world, and Kevin Koo again just slapping the soul out of his mouth.
You know, Danny hasn't told one lie tonight, so I would have to imagine that's the truth.
Kevin Koo has a martial arts background there. You can see he's laying in those strikes to the face there very aggressively.
Martial arts background, what level of belt do you think he has? Purple? That's not impressive enough. Probably got a higher belt than that, right?
I'm sure.
Now.
Look at that scary tattoo on his chest there, too. Flaming skull.
What's scary about it? It's a typical tattoo that every tattooed wrestler gets nowadays. Like, ooh, a flaming skull.
Oh, and what is Percy Davis biting the finger that Kevin Koo had set up there for him?
Nick Hausman, you probably have a flaming skull on your freaking chest, don't you?
I actually have no tattoos, Greg.
None.
Don't like needles.
You know what? I'm just going to move on from that.
The Warlord is unhappy to see his protege, Danny Adams, getting thrown around, but Danny here trying to get some control back. He's got Percy Davis in a side headlock. I don't know why you don't just go to the Warlord. Get him in there. You brought him here to beat people up and take care of your dirty work.
I'm sure it's part of a sound strategy. You don't think Danny wants to get a piece of these two idiots first and foremost? Come on.
Well, it looks like these two idiots are getting a piece of Danny Adams here.
They're two actual morons.
Oh, and that was a very aggressive throw to the ground there from Percy Davis. Oh, and a pounce! Catching him off guard. And Percy Davis doing something scary there, taunting the Warlord. I would not do that if I were you.
Yeah, that's not very smart, but, you know, when I look at Percy Davis, he doesn't strike me as the most intelligent man I've ever met in my life.
What are you talking about? This guy's smart. He's playing mind games here. He's a wrestler.
That makes him smart? He's a wrestler?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You want to be a successful wrestler, you got to have some wits about you.
Well, then a lot of the guys on this show tonight better just walk on out of the business, because there are not a lot of smart guys. I'll tell you that right now.
I disagree, Greg. I've had some wonderful conversations with the Black Label pro athletes. I feel like you're just a little bit upset that not everybody's giving you all the attention, Greg.
Don't lie. No one's talked to you once in the locker room. Let's make that perfectly clear.
Kevin Koo wrenching away at the ankle of Danny Adams here. Danny Adams now finally thinking it's time to bring the Warlord in, but Kevin and Percy working together, pulling Danny Adams back across the ring. Oh, Danny Adams. Wait, what's Danny doing? He's tagging.
Whoa, that's the biggest double clothesline I've ever seen in my life.
I guess that we're going to call that a tag. The referee is saying, sure, let's call it a tag.
There was a nice little tag there.
Well,
you going to tell the Warlord he didn't tag? Go up there and tell him, hey, Warlord, Nick said you didn't tag.
Please don't do that, Greg.
Come over and beat his ASS. You can't say that word because it's a family show. But
right.
I spelled it out.
Right.
Hopefully, most of these kids can't spell anyway, so it's fine.
Well, Warlord spelling disaster for Percy Davis right now as he throws him back first in the corner.
You know, I'm not sure the Warlord could actually spell disaster.
He doesn't need to. The Warlord doesn't need to know how to spell. He doesn't even have to know how to do math. He doesn't have to know social studies or history.
I feel like the Warlord is very good at mathematics, though.
Doesn't need it. Warlord needs to be good at doing one thing: war. Lording over war. That is what he does.
Oh, Kevin Koo's going to come in and try to step up to the Warlord. Get out of here.
And see, that's the kind of a intimidating specimen the Warlord is.
Yeah, choke him out, yeah.
Look at these two working together. Warlord helping give some elevation here to Danny Adams as they choke him right across the top rope. The referee finally getting away from Kevin Koo, missing the double team here.
I was real into that choke. That was good.
It was great. Stuff. But again, it was not quite on the level there. If the referee had been seen, would have pulled those men off of Percy Davis much quicker.
You know, Percy Davis was trained by Billy Rock, a legend in the Indiana state wrestling area. And I would just, I love Billy, but why would he have given this disrespectful little piece of trash the time of day? Clearly, Percy learned nothing under the tutelage of Billy Rock.
Strong words, Greg. I don't know that Percy would agree with you on that one there.
Percy's not going to agree with me because he thinks he's an intelligent, good wrestler. He's clearly not. Billy Rock wasted his time, and it's unfortunate. And that's why he left the business, because he said, you know what, Percy's the worst wrestler I've ever trained. I'm going to quit training
And look at that snap suplex there from Danny Adams. 1, 2. Can he hit the third one here on Percy Davis? And he throws him into the corner. Oh, right onto that turnbuckle, back first. Danny Adams systematically, methodically breaking down his opponent here. Kevin Koo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow. What a cheap shot there from Danny Adams.
Get him out of here.
Kevin Koo seems to have lost his cool here.
Yeah, Kevin Koo, what a coward. He comes in, tries to take a cheap shot on Danny. I didn't see him doing that to the Warlord, who's laying in the big boots there. Getting him in.
The Warlord and Danny Adams never tagged. The
Warlord,
referee.
break his ribs. Break his freaking ribs.
Warlord here, I guess the legal man now from what the referee is saying. He
break his ribs and then eat them.
Warlord just trying to rip his jaw back.
Go back to the ribs and break them.
God, you can feel the wind shutting off in your lungs there if you're Percy Davis as the Warlord and his mighty claws, his paws digging in right there at your throat, trying to get some wind back into your system here. Jawbreaker to Warlord from Percy Davis. And Percy, I believe, finally able to get to Kevin Koo. Danny Adams tags himself in. Kevin Koo and Danny Adams now starting or finishing what they started here as they were the first 2 men in this match. And Kevin Koo seems like he doesn't want this to have to go that much longer here. Variation snap German suplex.
What's
Percy
happening?
Davis picking him up for a power bomb right there.
Oh!
And Kevin Koo kicked him in the back as he was thrown to the ground by Percy.
Oh! Thank goodness for the Warlord.
The Warlord there breaking up the pinfall, saving his protege, Danny Adams. Warlord just so much bigger than everyone in this match right now.
Just hit them with those little kicks, man. Those little kicks with so much force behind them. Just when you kick someone with the toe like that, like, ooh, ouch. That is not good.
And we have everything breaking down here on the outside right now.
Oh, God, what does Kevin Koo do? Oh, no!
In the ring, tilt-a-whirl, torture rack, breaker. Into the pin! Kevin Koo getting one over on Danny Adams. Doesn't look like Danny's mercenary for hire. The Warlord able to help him out here tonight as Kevin Koo once again got one over on Danny Adams. Wow.
Well, that's a bunch of malarkey, I'll tell you that right now. Unbelievable.
And the Warlord does not look happy that Danny Adams just let him down.
He looks shocked. I don't even know if the Warlord knows where he is right now. Look at that face.
And what is Danny Adams thinking?
Whoa,
it's not Warlord's fault, Danny. It's your fault. You're the one who got pinned.
You better watch out. This man beat 747 midget ninjas.
You're feeling the power of pain right there.
Oh, God. Oh, I see what you... That's not even a clever pun. I can't believe the Warlord turns his back on Danny. Oh, come on. You know, I'm going to have to come up there and help him.
Greg, I think that Danny Adams would probably welcome the help, but if I were you, I'd stay out of it.
Oh, you know what? This headset is actually stuck on my head.
And look at this. Warlord now working with Kevin Koo.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. You're lucky I couldn't get over there, Danny, with this headset stuck on my head. Well, that's unfortunate. Warlord, quite the backstabber.
Unfortunate for Danny Adams, but very fortunate night here for Kevin Koo and Percy Davis. What a great showing. Been a great night for first-time pairings here. As these two paired up earlier, of course, we saw Mance Warner team up with AJ Gray for a successful outing. The tag team division and Black Label Pro really heating up here tonight at Black Label Pro Jar of Flies. And we still have 3 more huge matches to go here tonight at Jar of Flies. If you're watching home at Powerbomb.tv, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, remember you get 20 free days off, or 20-day free trial for Powerbomb.tv if you use the promo code Black Label. And of course, if you like this match, if you're watching at home or you're watching live here, you want to let people at home know you're enjoying the show, hashtag BLP5. Hashtag BLP5. It's right there in the lower corner of the screen. Go over there on Twitter. Let everybody know you're enjoying the show.
Warlord looks like he's ready to get to the back and catch some Z's. He's tired. Worn out.
Well, he used all his energy here tonight, Greg.
Threw a lot of kicks, a lot of punches, and when you're a man that big, throwing that many kicks and punches, whoo.
I mean, well, that's the thing is at this point, the Warlord's power, his energy is so strong. You know, each punch has become stronger with time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Nick Hausman, joined by Gregory Iron, and we are back after intermission for more Black Label Pro action here.
What?
From On the Sports Square Academy in Crown Point, Indiana. Marvelous Matt Nix coming to the ring. Marvelous Matt Nix, of course, a cornerstone of freelance wrestling in Chicago, Illinois.
What's so marvelous about him?
He's a high flyer. He's a dazzler.
Never dazzled me, I'll tell you that right now.
He's a dazzler. He likes to high fly, and you're going to see a lot of that action here in this match.
I'm glad he cut his hair, though. He was looking like a real hippie.
He is. He's looking trim these days. He's in the best shape of his life. He's got a Coach Joe. He's a athletic coach that's been helping him out, I know, with his wrestling skill. Coach Joe.
Does he have a last name?
He does. I don't know that I need to say Joe's last name.
Just Joe.
Coach Joe.
All right.
Monix. You see a little change here, Pat Monix tonight. Pat Monix has been coming out with a phone number on his trunks and is just a little, been more playful, more darker, professional-looking Pat Monix here tonight.
Yeah, I don't call a lot of people in Chicago my friend, but I do like Pat, but he just strikes me as a little, I don't know, he's just been a little off lately. I'm concerned for his well-being. I don't know what his deal is.
Well, he's looking fine. He jumped easily into the ring there. What a specimen, too.
You're judging him on how easily he jumped into the ring.
Yeah, he looks great. He's doing fine.
Okay. Wow.
Moving well.
Okay.
Physically looks to be in incredible shape right now.
Is he better or worse than Kobe Durst?
Kobe Durst is in very good shape right now.
Which one on Bumble would you... You know what? We got an entrance coming up. Hold on.
All the way from Mexico, the high-flying luchador Drastik boy. I'm really excited to see him make his debut here at Black Label Pro tonight. This is going to be a really intense, fast bout here. I can already tell just by the talents stacking up in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Good man, actually. He wanted to get some authentic Mexican food earlier today, so I got to tell you, we went out to eat it, and he loves the new Taco Bell nacho fries. Delicious.
I've heard good things.
It's really the cheese that puts them over the top, I think. Authentic Mexican food. Delicious.
Taco Bell.
Me gusta la Taco Bell.
Gringo Loco. one of my favorite competitors to watch here in Black Label Pro. Years of experience. And what a bag of tricks this guy has. What an arsenal.
Gringo Loco, interesting name. Gringo, I don't know if you know this, means a person, especially an American who is not Hispanic nor Latino. And Loco, fun fact for you, it actually means crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Good job doing the work there, going the extra mile, finding out the actual meaning of those words. And I want to put over here, Gringo was just at his barber recently and is very, very proud of the work that's put into his hair there. Quite a unique look.
His barber must have been eye-poked by Mance Warner before he started the work on that head there. Yikes. What do you think, Nick?
I like it.
Do you think he could make it on the cover of Tiger Beat?
I don't know. I mean, I don't run Tiger Beat magazine, Greg. I don't really know what they're looking for in their talent.
You seem to know the type of credentials based on your commentary.
And here we go. All four men feeling each other out. Drastik boy going for the first lariat. Lariats all around. Pat Monix. Four-way drop kick. All men on their heels here. And they don't even waste time. They go right at it. Big blows. The action already carried over to the outside. Pat Monix and Matt Nix right here in the middle of the ring going for a test of strength. But Pat Monix, cheap shot there.
Pat's bringing a little bit of aggression here early on. He seems a little strange. It's weird.
Matt Nix up and over in the corner, spins away.
Whoa!
Looks for a big crossbody, gets it.
Lightning quick maneuvering there.
Here comes Drastik boy. Matt Nix, of course, has just been through that exchange with Pat Monix. Drastik boy with a Hurricane Rana onto Matt Nix. He's the one who's the man of the hour in the center of the ring. Gringo Loco coming up behind him now. Kick to the calf. Gringo coming off the ropes there. Drastik boy going for the lariat, up and back and forth. Which one of these men? And another Hurricane Rana from Drastik boy. But yes.
I tell you what. You are going to see some action in this match like you've never seen on the show tonight, nor have you probably seen in Black Label Pro in general. This is going to be a unique matchup.
Yeah, outside of Pat Monix, all three of the other three men here, all experienced luchadors. Really a style onto itself here. And a stiff kick there right to the chest of Gringo Loco. He stumbles and he's down.
Leapfrog. Drop down.
Pat Monix.
Roll back. Roll through. Kip up. These guys are matching each other move for move, hold for hold. They're really feeling each other out here.
And look at that bicycle kick there from Gringo Loco.
Ain't no feeling out with a bicycle kick. Springboard!
Wow, slingshot right to the ring there.
Now, see, you talk about how Pat is the only guy who's not a luchador in this match, but that might actually work in his favor, working a different style, coming at these guys with some different offense.
Oh, back rake there. That is not lucha libre.
You know, you could do all the arm drags and the flippity-doos in the world, but it's never going to compare to a standard, basic back rake.
And a rake to the chest here. You're right. This is a different side of Pat Monix.
Follow that up with a purple nurple, and you've won me over, Pat. Come on.
All right, Pat Monix here trying to be the one to get the momentum going his direction.
Look at that. See, but nothing fancy about a back elbow like that, but it's effective, and that's what you need sometimes. You know, you don't need to do all the luchador stuff.
Pat Monix here, though capable of certainly moving around, diving around the ring, but it does seem to be working out in his favor here. Just pounding away on a guy like Matt Nix. Where's Matt Nix going up here?
Whoa!
Oh, wow. Turned him inside out. Matt Nix off the top rope. Pat Monix.
Got him off with one arm there, right off the top.
That looked very dangerous. I hope Matt Nix is all right there on the outside. Gringo Loco sending Pat Monix, but Pat Monix back in. What's he got in mind here? He's going for a monkey flip on Gringo.
To his feet.
Lands on his feet. Sends Drastik boy up over into a drop kick, and now he's got Drastik boy up. He was going for it looked like a TKO into an arm drag.
Very unique arm drag there.
Wow, Drastik boy.
What's he going for here? Whoa!
Up and over the corner to the outside.
no regard for his well-being with that one.
And the fans here in attendance rewarding him with a lot of applause there for that maneuver.
Can't beat him on the outside, though. We got to get him in the ring.
He's dragging Gringo and Pat Monix here just to do that. And wait, Matt Nix sliding through in between the bottom and the middle turn. Or rope.
Low drop kick there.
Springboard moonsault to the outside.
And his legs hit the guardrail. You got to wonder if is Matt okay.
Yeah, I thought the same thing there. It looked like his calves, or their shins, draped right across the top of that guardrail.
You got to be careful with maneuvers like that. You know, I've seen a guy who did that. His legs hit the guardrail, and he actually broke his legs. This is a few years back. I mean, that's a scary situation, but that's why you call it high risk, right?
Absolutely. And Matt Nix, like I said, you know, he's a high flyer.
Well, quite frankly, I wish Matt Nix would have broke his legs there because he is a waste of talent.
Drastik with a cutter out of nowhere. Matt Nix kicking out. What's Gringo Loco got in mind? He's in the ring now. Sit out spine buster there from Gringo Loco onto Drastik Boy. Pat Monix there.
Hit him with a Rough Rider from the back there.
Pat Monix, yeah. He's got a look to him tonight.
Oh, there's something that's changing this guy.
He keeps going for that claw, right? He likes to scratching at him like a cat on a cat post.
That's a hiss, like a cat. You like that?
Matt Nix dazed as Pat Monix comes at him. Matt Nix is able to limbo right underneath that lariat. Turns him inside out with a German suplex.
Got him with that pass by German. Effective.
He's going for the what is that, a Mortal Kombat styled palm to the face there?
What are you, 5? These are adult athletes.
Pat
Mortal
Monix,
Kombat style.
I thought he was going for the pinfall there. Instead, he drops him knee first. Right to the face, and Pat Monix again jumping up, hitting a knee into the corner.
Shades of Mr. Perfect there.
Running knee to the face, and is this going to be enough here for Pat Monix to pick up the victory? No, Matt Nix kicks out. And Matt Nix is really struggling right now.
Well, I mean, you know, after that guardrail spot, I mean, look, he's been moving around okay, but you got to admit that probably took a toll on him a little bit there.
And if you notice Drastik Boy's in the background there, just keeping his eyes over the ring apron, looking for a moment to strike just like that as he shoves Pat Monix right off the top rope. He's the one up now. Double stop right to the chest off the top rope from Drastik Boy.
Oh, no. I think he's yep. Those nacho fries from earlier kicking in. He's ready for something crazy.
And a suicide dive to the outside. Oh.
Picture perfect moonsault.
Moonsault off.
There.
Yeah.
That's it.
And look at that. Oh, we got ourselves an elimination.
That's elimination number 1.
All right, we got 3 men left here in this fatal 4-way elimination.
Whoa!
Spanish fly from Drastik Boy onto Pat Monix. Goodbye. Thanks for coming, Pat Monix. And Drastik Boy and Gringo Loco, the last 2 men in this bout here. Who's going to pick up the victory?
This is going to be fast and furious here.
Gringo Loco able to kick out as Drastik Boy wanted another quick elimination here.
Fast and furious. Don't need Vin Diesel. Don't need Paul Walker. Just need these 2 athletes here in a Black Label Pro ring.
Gringo Loco has really been tearing it up here in the Chicago scene as of late.
Oh,
because of moves like that, springboard cutter.
I mean, you don't see a guy like Gringo Loco here in the American wrestling scene far too often. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. I got to admit.
Yeah. And it is. It's, Gringo Loco has been an established. Oh, man. Wow. It is amazing that he was still able to pull off that moonsault even with a little bit of slipped footing there. Wow. Incredible.
I said that and I jinxed him. That was my fault and I apologize.
Well, Drastik Boy is on him like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat. He's trying to take advantage of the situation.
You got to capitalize. And roll through. Victory roll.
Roll back. Rolling right back at him. And there it is. Gringo Loco barely edging it out. Pinning Drastik Boy.
I think he had the tights. Did he have the tights there?
Oh, maybe he did. He had to do what he had to do. I mean, it was every man for himself here in this fatal 4-way elimination match. And Gringo Loco did what he had to do. Wow. Again, hashtag BLP5 if you are enjoying the action here tonight.
I mean, you got to admit, after the horrific experience he had with his barber, his blind barber, this past week, to overcome the odds and win this match like he did, Gringo Loco.
I'd say it to his face, Greg.
He's a true inspiration. I don't have to say it to his face. I
think you're maybe a little jealous that you can't pull off that hairstyle, Greg. I mean, I think that if you tried that look, maybe it wouldn't look as good as it does on Gringo Loco.
You know what? I would embarrass him with how good that I would look with a blind barber haircut, but I wouldn't do that to myself.
And look at that show of respect right there. Gringo Loco putting over Disaster.
Hold on. No. Let's talk about the subject of my hair. I have great flowing
Drastik
locks.
boy.
In fact, if I were to grow out my hair, I've had girls say, Gregory Iron, I saw your pictures on Bumble, but more impressive in person is the fact that your hair is very, very Fabio-like.
Really? That's what women say that to you? Like real women?
Yeah. You're like the short-haired Fabio. You're the short-haired Fabio. Sorry, I'm coughing. Those nacho fries.
I figured I'd give you space, man. I just want you to really let people know.
I would like you to give me space. I told you our relationship is not happening. This is as far as our relationship goes. Commentary, and I don't even want to be involved in that. Quite frankly, my back is hurting from carrying you. All right?
Is that it?
It's in a lot, and I do wrestle as well. It hurts from that.
Are you done?
I wrestle a lot of unsafe guys.
It's true.
All right?
I saw that photo from your match last night.
Yikes.
Yeah, big yikes.
Let's talk about this match.
Speaking of yikes, Dasher Hatfield. All-American. Dasher Hatfield has been hitting home runs show after show. We got our semi-main event here. Dasher Hatfield's going to be taking on an ECW original in just a moment.
Hold on. How's this guy hitting home runs? I heard a little scuttlebutt in the back that this guy hasn't even got to first base.
Dasher, this whole thing is baseball. That's what he does. He gets out there, grand slams, home runs. I mean, he's had some big victories. Was another man to advance very far in the Black Label Pro Darkest Timeline Championship Tournament as he shot off right in front of us.
I hope he trips and falls on those bleachers.
This is what Black Label Pro is all about. A fun-loving performer, athlete like Dasher Hatfield making his way into the stands, encouraging fans to take photos with him. You got Glory Days playing in the background. Just having a great time.
Makes me sick to my stomach.
Looks like the whole team's ready to go. Dasher Hatfield probably saying to everybody after the big game, we're all going out for Domino's Pizza.
I hope someone comes out with a baseball bat and Eddie Edwards, Dasher Hatfield.
That's true. I guess the baseball bat has taken on a different meaning here in the wake of that Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan incident.
I hope someone comes out and stings him with a baseball bat from the rafters.
Well, I promised an ECW original was going to be taking on Dasher Hatfield here, and you are not going to be disappointed. Is coming to the ring right now is just that. CW Anderson, this is not his debut. He has been a regular face here, regular wrestler for Black Label Pro, and he always brings an element of violence, extreme, of course, obviously, to his matchups here. And it is, we were talking earlier about the dynamic kinds of matches you get here at Black Label Pro. We've seen Dasher Hatfield start off really trying to make that connection with the fans, going out to the audience, meeting with the kids, wanting to be that All-American. Then you got a rough, gruff individual here like CW Anderson, the Rottweiler, ECW original. You got to wonder if that's going to bring out a different side of Dasher Hatfield in this match. Are we going to?
It better, because I'll tell you what, you're not going to see CW going out there and glad-handing with all the fans and trying to kiss babies and make friendships. CW Anderson, when he gets in the ring, he's all business, okay? All business. He got his name personally given to him from Arn Anderson, one of the legendary wrestlers in this business, a Hall of Famer. Do you think CW Anderson is going to be playing games out there in the crowd and pandering to these hillbillies, these hilljacks? No.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's certainly going to have to take Dasher Hatfield stepping up to another level here to compete with a guy like C.W. Anderson. And I wonder here, is Dasher Hatfield, are we going to see a lot of the same fun shenanigans, the fun antics that Dasher Hatfield's so known for here, or is it going to be a rougher, gruffer style from Dasher?
I got a feeling here's how it's going to go down. Dasher's going to try his regular BS, and then CW is going to take advantage of that. And Dasher's going to have two choices. Either he gets his ASS kicked, or he changes his style and he adapts to how C.W. Anderson wants to wrestle tonight. Because that's the only way he's going to beat him.
He's trying to out-wrestle here, C.W. Anderson at the top. Nice wrist lock here. C.W. Anderson obviously a little unhappy that he lost position and that Dasher Hatfield's now in control. He's trying to fight back. But Dasher, there it is. Just like that, a veteran, C.W. Anderson, able to flip that wrist lock, put it back onto Dasher. Now he's got him in a full arm lock, putting that pressure there right at the shoulder and then back to the wrist. This is technical. This is a real master of the craft here at C.W. Anderson. And wait, here we go with Dasher. These are the kinds of things we see from Dasher Hatfield, the unorthodox maneuvers in the ring. And it only looks to have infuriated C.W. Anderson.
Well, you got to remember that, while CW's chain wrestling style might be a little bit more aggressive, Dasher spent a lot of time in Chikara, and there's a lot of great chain wrestling, great grapplers over there. Guys like Mike Quackenbush that he's really honed his craft with, wrestling guys like that over the years. You can't discount Dasher's in-ring ability. What it comes down to is, I think the aggression and the veteran experience of C.W. Anderson is going to overcome this little baseball freakazoid tonight.
Well, Dasher Hatfield's got an abdominal stretch here applied on C.W. Anderson. This is a great way to really wear down the opponent.
And it's basic, but not a lot of guys will bust out a maneuver like this every now and then. It's nice to see Dasher had it firmly applied there, right into a backslide there.
And that's, again, this is Dasher Hatfield. He's trying to wrestle a style that's going to be the best style to offset his opponent here. And if he's going to have to grapple, if he's going to have to wear him down, that's what he's going to do. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of room here for fun and games. And I said that.
And you say that, this idiot is going to spank an ECW original.
Now, here's the thing. Now, sure, it was a spank, right? Obviously, that wasn't like a knockout punch. But is he trying to enrage C.W. Anderson? Is he going to try to get C.W. Anderson angry so he gets thrown off his game here? I mean, obviously, C.W. seems a little bit shaken as Dasher Hatfield's now got control of the bout. C.W. Anderson now on the outside trying to get his bearings. And what's Dasher Hatfield got in mind here? Baseball slide to the outside. A big punch from C.W. Anderson.
Nothing fancy about that.
He is
a straight punch to the mouth.
He is not having it here from Dasher Hatfield. Again, that fun spank that, Dasher gave C.W. Anderson there, I may not have gotten the reaction that Dasher Hatfield was expecting or wanting from C.W.
I wish he would have punched that stupid little handlebar mustache right off his mask.
And Dasher Hatfield blocking the attempt from C.W. Anderson, but C.W. Anderson not quite as resourceful as he gets thrown headfirst into that very stiff ring apron there. Of course, the edge of the ring apron, the toughest part of it. Dasher Hatfield, what I thought he was going for a senton to the back, but instead cradles him into a pinfall.
Little Oklahoma roll there, springboard over the top. Oh!
Wow, C.W. Anderson with a modified Samoa drop into an arm breaker. Wow.
And that's basic technical wrestling right there. He's targeted the arm, and now he's going to exploit that injury for all it's worth.
It's true. From the get-go, that is what C.W. Anderson's plan seems to have been, was to target that arm. Early going for that wrist lock, then into the arm bar. But Dasher Hatfield now, he's saying, well, I don't need my arm if I got my head. And he's going to throw those headbutts there right to the chest of C.W. Anderson.
See, we live in a time where a lot of the younger generation of wrestlers, they want to do impressive maneuvers that's gonna pop the crowd, if you will. But when you deal with a guy like C.W. Anderson, it's not about impressing anybody, because you know what? He doesn't give a crap what anyone in this crowd thinks. What C.W. Anderson is doing when he's in that ring is work, okay? He gets paid to maim. He gets paid to hurt. He gets paid to injured, and that's what he's doing tonight. He's going to make sure that not only does he hurt Dasher Hatfield, but he's never going to be swinging a baseball bat again when he's done with that arm.
Yeah, look at that. He's gone to such lengths here to just target that one arm. The crippling pain, I'm sure, that Dasher Hatfield is feeling right now as C.W. Anderson wraps wrapped it around that top rope there in an attempt to try to, I don't know, dislocate it or break it at the elbow.
And look, I don't want to put myself over, okay, but I wrestle with one arm all the time. And when people ask me, how do you wrestle with one arm, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to wrestle with two arms, but I got to imagine that when you're used to being ambidextrous, when you lose one of your arms, that puts you at a very distinct disadvantage. You got to work around it.
And I feel that stinging pain every time that C.W. Anderson is punching Dasher Hatfield in that arm there in the corner. Dasher Hatfield using his one good arm right now to try to throw some chops, but look at that C.W. Anderson with an arm wrench, putting him back up into that modified Samoan drop and drop. Oh, this time Dasher Hatfield was able to block it.
Another quick pin there.
Spins him around. The referee saying, got both shoulders down. Good call from the referee there. And Dasher Hatfield, it was a bad pin. Maybe he's the one who's getting to be a little bit thrown here. Maybe the attack on his arm from C.W. Anderson is finally starting to get to Dasher Hatfield.
Well, it looked like that pinfall kind of threw C.W. for a loop there. He kind of hesitated going in the corner, and he paid for it with that elbow. But now C.W. back in control. No, wait.
Wait, Dasher Hatfield rolled right through it.
Whoa.
Running punch. Another running punch. Right to the face. Dasher Hatfield ducks a clothesline attempt.
Big
into a power slam. And the crowd here starting to maybe have a little faith that Dasher Hatfield can build some offense right now. C.W. Anderson with a stiff headbutt there. Easy way to crack your orbital bone. And what's C.W. got in mind here? Well, Dasher Hatfield able to cut him off.
Straight forearm to the gut there. That'll knock the wind out of you. Ducks the head, up and over. Oh! Sunset flip.
C.W. Anderson kicks him on either side of the head, and Dasher Hatfield is... Now he's a little bit woozy. He was starting to mount a comeback. You can see he's still grabbing that left arm there that C.W. Anderson's been attacking the entire match. But now he's shooting C.W. off. C.W.
Double reverse, up and over.
C.W.'s got to keep a little ring awareness here, and there he does. He's kicking him. Straight kick right to the face.
That might be all. Wow.
And Dasher Hatfield able to get his foot up onto the rope.
2
feet onto the rope,
Dasher
actually.
Hatfield is an actual moron, but that's a good sense of ring awareness there because, look, people don't talk about it as often as they should, but C.W. Anderson has one of the absolute best super kicks in the business, and he tried to knock Dasher Hatfield's head out of the park with that one.
C.W. Anderson now, they call him the Rottweiler. Starting to look like a Rottweiler who probably has his eye on a bloody raw steak right now, and that steak is Dasher Hatfield. Dasher Hatfield getting beaten and battered right now. And C.W. Anderson could be on the verge of picking up a huge victory here in the semi-main of BLP 5.
Spit right in Dasher's face, and that kind of woke him up there with the big
jackhammer from Dasher Hatfield, and Dasher thought he was going to pick up a quick victory there. And he's looking to the fans. He's saying, guys, I need you to get behind me right now. Let me know you think I can do this.
C.W. Anderson's in a bad way right now, but you got to imagine, it's impressive that he got him up for that jackhammer there, but what more can he do with that one arm the way
Dasher
it is right
Hatfield,
now?
see, I think he would have gone for this powerbomb a little bit quicker if he wasn't worried about his arm.
He's still favoring it.
Backdrop from C.W. Anderson. C.W. Anderson with the arm bar. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this arm bar.
It's tap or snap right now. You better get to the rope, Dasher, or your dreams are over.
Dasher Hatfield tried to get his hands together, tried to fight off that arm bar, but C.W. Anderson, he has been building to this since the beginning of the match. He's been going after that left arm. He's been punching that left arm. He's been wrenching that left arm, and now he's got him in the arm bar. Is Dasher Hatfield going to tap out here to C.W. Anderson?
Tap or snap.
A legend in this industry, and no, Dasher Hatfield able to get to the ropes.
I was going to say it's best to just tap out and live to fight another day, but wow.
C.W. Anderson looks frustrated. C.W. Anderson is a man possessed right now trying to wonder what he has to do to get this masked madman Dasher Hatfield and keep him down.
Well, look, I don't like Dasher. Let me make that perfectly clear, but he's proved over the past few months of Black Label Pro that he's definitely one of the biggest underdogs in the promotion, and I don't even know how he's holding CW right now for that powerbomb.
C.W. Anderson, again, we talk about ring awareness, he was put up for the powerbomb, grabbed the top rope,
boom!
And the giant spine buster! You talk Art Anderson, shades of
That's it.
And that is the whole story. What a I would consider that an upset. I think Dasher Hatfield here.
An upset?
Dasher Hatfield has been, look, he's in the prime of his career. Obviously, C.W. Anderson, a veteran here.
Are you kidding me? An upset?
I don't know. I really thought Dasher Hatfield was going to be the man to pick up the victory here. But C.W. Anderson went out there, stuck to his game plan, picked him apart, focused on that left arm, and it was, when Dasher Hatfield had a moment of confusion there, C.W. Anderson was able to pick him up, slam him down with that spine buster. And yeah, I mean, considering that Dasher Hatfield was in the Black Label Pro Championship picture very, very early on, was considered to be one of the first champions, for him to lose to C.W. Anderson, I am a little surprised, but good job, C.W.
I don't know why you're surprised. You know what? C.W. wasn't in the Black Label tournament, and if he would have been, I think he might have went all the way. He didn't even get that opportunity. You know what? Dasher had that opportunity, and he blew it. Okay? Because that's what he does. He gets to the 9th inning, he's ahead, but you know what? Dasher just can't seem to win the game. It isn't about how many points you have throughout every inning. It's about winning the game in the end, and Dasher just can't seem to do that. That's the bottom line.
And you bring up a good point there that C.W. Anderson was not put into the BLP Championship tournament. Maybe this is his time now to go make a case to Black Label Pro Management, General Manager Kirby. Talk to somebody right now. Maybe C.W. Anderson needs to be getting bigger matches here at Black Label Pro.
I agree with that statement. You know what else I think, though? Dasher Hatfield, he's no Henry Rowan Gardner, and he'll never be one of the all-time greats. When's he going in the Hall of Fame?
Great question, Greg.
Let me know.
I will.
When that's happening.
I'll text you.
Had a hell of a pitch.
Honus Wagner. Other classic baseball player.
Basketball. Basketball?
I love sports.
Wow.
MMA.
Oh, we're seeing something special right here. The 50-50 raffle live. Wow. This is a moment.
9, 6, 5, 4,
Let me see.
3, 3, 6.
Damn it.
Did you win?
I had 9696969.
That's really weird that was your number. That seems like a made-up number, Greg.
Damn it. Unbelievable. 9696969.
4, 3, 3, 6.
I was just a few numbers off.
4336. You are the big winner here for the 50-50 raffle.
Wow. Come claim your. Who's the lucky winner?
I've been buying 50. This is the first show in a while I haven't bought a 50-50 raffle ticket to because I lost.
Because you spent all your money on that cheap suit that you're wearing on the way to the break.
I did. I spent entirely too much money on this very
$3.49 because there was a yellow tag discount at the Salvation Army.
You are literally wearing
Lucky
a Space
day.
Monkey t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans.
I forgot to put a piece of duct tape over the Space Monkey thing, like with an X, to clarify that I actually hate his guts and that I hope someone attacks him in the jungle.
I'd like to thank Merle. That was Merle, who runs the ring crew there, that was helping out with the 50-50 raffles.
What a name.
Merle.
Ugh.
You ever seen him with his shirt off?
I don't want to.
Very hairy man.
There's already a lot of people that I've seen with their shirts off here tonight.
It's a pro wrestling show, Greg.
Well, yeah, but I mean, some of these guys should be ashamed of their physique.
I disagree. These are prime specimens here at Black Label Pro. You're here on commentary, prime specimen.
Yeah. Got to keep my shirt on because I'd embarrass some people.
I just should keep my shirt on.
I mean, I have one functioning arm, and I'm pretty jacked. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right, time for the main event.
Oh, that's what we're talking about? We're not going to talk about how jacked I am?
In lieu of a Black Label Pro Championship match, since Filthy Tom Lawler, the Black Label Pro Champion, currently out with an injury, will be back here very, 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 very shortly.
Hey, let me add something to that. I am very vascular. Continue.
We are instead going to see a game changer wrestling championship.
This isn't in the format sheet. Let me check it.
What's Mance Warner doing out here?
Hold on. Yeah,
Mance Warner already wrestled tonight. He teamed with AJ Gray, took on the Carnies. They were successful. What's Mance Warner doing out here right
this
now?
isn't in the format sheet at all. I don't know. Interesting.
I guess we're about to find out.
Cut that music for me. Thank you.
All wrestlers that come here, all y'all love wrestlers. I love y'all. Tonight, I want an opportunity. So y'all can be with me, you can disagree, all wrestlers face society, and tonight, I want a shot in the main event at the goal.
That's Go. The go?
Is Mance Warner saying he wants a shot at the GCW championship belt here?
Huh? Wait, can that just happen? Someone's got to make that official, right? I mean, you can't just come out and say, I want to go. Give me to go.
I think that's how it's going down here tonight. I think Mance Warner's made this a triple threat match.
I just want to know where to go at. Give me to go.
Well done. What an eccentric character this guy is.
Who, Teddy Hart?
Teddy Hart.
Probably one of the most normal men I've ever
Where's
had
the
pleasure.
cats? Where's the cats, Greg? Where's the cats? Teddy Hart, of course, a member of the legendary Hart family, including Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the British Bulldog.
The best, Bruce
Hart. Bruce Hart.
One of the all-time greats.
Stu. And,
I love Stu.
Of course, Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart is, you think about the Hart style. You think about Bret Hart.
Yep.
You think about being down in the Hart family dungeon. You think about getting stretched by Stu.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy is a little bit different than that. He's not necessarily just a straight wrestler. Teddy Hart is a very inventive wrestler. He prides himself on big dives, big twists, big spins, things you haven't seen in wrestling.
He's unorthodox in the ring, and he's very unorthodox on the mic and in life. So I think we're setting ourselves up for a very interesting
Teddy Hart looked like
right
he
now.
wanted to talk, but instead we've got a...
All right, he's going to wait.
Teddy Hart is not happy.
Nick, you should have bought a suit like Teddy Hart for this match.
I'm not going to lie. I like Teddy's style. Teddy's got style.
He does. Very debonair.
And here he is, GCW champion, Nick Gage.
The modern-day Bob Backlund. Good and wholesome Nick Gage. Love him.
Nick Gage immediately getting in the faces of the fans. And he is the opposite of wholesome. This is a very scary individual here, Nick Gage.
This is interesting because when I saw him in the back, he showed up in some khakis and some suspenders, a bow tie, very mild manner.
You're describing Nick Gage as if he were Bob Backlund.
No, that's how he showed up to the show.
You're saying that he showed up dressed like Bob Backlund? Is he a complete insane person, Greg?
Bob Backlund, if you've ever met him, is actually a pretty insane person. But he was very mild-mannered earlier. We were talking about science.
You were talking science with Nick Gage.
Yeah.
The real king, Nick Gage. The man with a bloody king shirt on right now. You were talking, what, global warming or...
This kid, Nick, I'm sure you heard him. I won't say shooting off his mouth because I respect the guy with the balls to get in there to Nick Gage. You guys understand who this guy is. You don't call him a king for a reason. And 3 generations of wrestling, my friend, you gotta be nuts to want to take the match. For opportunity, I'll give any man an opportunity to get in the ring. So, as long as he's cool with it, and he's standing ready, seems to like it, respect enough to these other applause.
Yeah.
I guess...
This is a 3-way match that won the GCW title, Nick. 3-way, it's on, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. We were wondering how this match was going to be made official. I guess Teddy Hart weighing in, looking at Nick Gage. Nick Gage just kind of gave him the nod. It was like, let's go. Let's get this guy in the mix here,
This is an interesting situation because you know what? Mance could become a double champion.
And Teddy Hart cheap shot.
Oh, God.
Mance Warner. Nick Gage also joining in here.
Sarah better get out of the ring right now.
Sarah, our ring announcer, out of here. The referee saying, let's get this thing on. And Teddy Hart aggressively going after Mance Warner. That is a scary tandem there that you do not want to be on the receiving end of a beating from. Teddy Hart and Nick Gage.
Hey, look, I like Mance a lot, but I mean, he asked for this right now. I mean, he's going to get stretched, Hart Foundation style and Bob Backlund.
Teddy and Nick look uncomfortably comfortable working together in this capacity.
That's the perfect way to describe that, actually.
And look at that. Nick Gage is over there bullying the referee while Teddy Hart is going to work on Mance Warner in the corner here. These guys have got this down to a science. I couldn't feel
Science.
worse. Could not feel worse for Mance Warner. Is this what you mean by you were talking science with Nick Gage earlier? You were talking about the science of tag team wrestling?
I don't want to divulge details, but I do want to tell you that Nick Gage is a big fan of the new Netflix series with Bill Nye. That's all I'm going to say.
Good to know. Well, Teddy Hart here with a big scoop slam in the middle of the ring. Nick Gage running, elbow drop right into the middle.
One of the best. Whoa,
what is Teddy Hart doing? A diving moonsault off the back of Nick Gage. What is this? This looks like a handicap match. It doesn't look like a triple threat at all.
It's very disturbing how much of a cohesive unit we're seeing right now between Teddy Hart and Nick Gage. I mean,
and Teddy and Nick are not guys that have really been ever known as tag wrestlers. They don't really make friends. I mean, Teddy Hart and Nick Gage are they both actually have, rough backgrounds. They have histories. They're outlaws, legitimate outlaws. And Teddy is sitting here saying, buddy, look, what are you doing for a pinfall here? I thought we had an agreement. And here it is, the de-evolution of the friendship between Nick Gage and Teddy Hart. And Teddy Hart going chest first into that turnbuckle in the corner as Nick Gage grabs him, spits him out for a reverse suplex there.
Right out of his boots there.
And Mance Warner with a big headbutt. All right, Mance, come on.
Mounting a comeback here.
Time for Mance Warner to get into the action here. Mance Warner, after taking a beating for the better part of the opening part of this match here, Mance Warner now finally getting in a little offense of his own. A kick to the face of Nick Gage. And what a story it would be tonight to watch a guy like Mance Warner walk out the GCW champion.
Absolutely. To see Mance, who's a known hoodlum, who's committed many crimes.
Mance Warner?
So many, yeah.
Mance Warner, he's fighting Nick Gage right now.
He's in a freaking gang with AJ Gray now.
No, he is not in a gang. He's not a gang. Nick Gage is gang affiliated. That's his thing at GCW. Gang affiliated Nick Gage.
What?
Yeah. What are you talking about, Greg? And Mance Warner driving Nick Gage in the guardrail on the outside. Teddy Hart with a suplex onto the hard wood. There is no padding out there at ringside.
As far as I know, both Teddy and Nick have never got anything much more than a traffic violation.
That is not true. Teddy Hart has obviously also had his legal issues. If you want to do a quick Google search, Nick Gage, by the way, sending Teddy Hart into the guardrail there. I mean, these are scary men that Mance Warner has decided to tango with here as the fans look on.
Are you insinuating
fearful?
Maybe besides speeding, there might have been a seatbelt violation as well? I'm not. Oh my God!
Wow, a springboard moonsault to the outside there.
Better fasten your seatbelts with this match right here.
It looks like Nick Gage might have gotten a big old boot to the head there as he went down pretty hard.
Looks like
Mance Warner's down too, but yeah, Nick Gage went down rough there. I could see Teddy Hart's boot get the better side of the back part of his head.
Nick's holding the neck there. That could be a bad situation for the GCW champion.
It looked like the heel of Teddy's boot fell right on the top of Nick's head when he came down there. And as you can see, there's a big scratch mark on the back of Teddy's head, probably from a cat. Teddy Hart loves cats.
He does have business cards that he is a cat trainer, certified. Now, I'm not sure by who.
Little disappointed that there is no cat or cats here tonight with Teddy.
Well, I'm a cool cat. I was hanging out with Teddy earlier, talking to him.
Not the same. I'm talking like a domesticated, short-haired cat,
Is that what you're into?
It's just, it's the kind of cat that I would, imagine Teddy would travel with. Okay. And Teddy Hart here, double axe handle onto Mance Warner, but Mance Warner trying to, again, fight out of a compromising position where he's having to face down both Nick Gage and Teddy Hart here. Teddy Hart with his own offense here. He's dragging both Nick and Mance into the ring. What is Teddy Hart doing here? This is the kind of unique offense we talk about from Teddy Hart. Is that was both a pile driver and a DDT at the same time.
Right on his dome piece.
And another seesaw moonsault off the top.
If it wasn't for Mance, that could have been all there. Let's be serious for a moment here. Teddy Hart has really made an effort over the past few months to really change.
He's got a cradle him. Wait, what is he going here for here? This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about with Teddy. Shock cradle DDT? I call that right?
Yeah, R.I.P. Mance Warner. It was a good life, I guess. Even though he was a known criminal.
Yeah, Teddy Hart. I mean, this guy sits around all day just thinking of ways to hurt people. Inventive, fun, beautiful ways to hurt people. Just like this. Look, now he's standing on the back of Nick Gage. Nick Gage struggling. And, oh, man, sunset powerbomb there from Teddy Hart.
I mean, over the past decade, Teddy Hart's really been like, back in the 90s, Sabu was like one of the most innovative guys in the sport, right? Teddy Hart is kind of like the new age Sabu in the sense that, like, you never know what he's going to bust out with, but you're going to know for sure it's going to be crazy and it's going to be unique. Just like that maneuver right there.
Powerbomb backbreaker, and Teddy Hart seems to have done a bit of damage to himself here on that one. He's clutching that knee. Could have blown out his knee when Mance Warner came down right on top of it. I mean, that was and you can see Teddy's mincing words there with Mance Warner. Nick Gage with a huge clothesline, knocking Teddy Hart out of his boots there as he corkscrew spun into the air, and Nick Gage now.
Nothing fancy about that. But you know what? Nick Gage is in control now. But Teddy's been showing something special tonight. When Teddy is on, he is on. I mean, like, he's a little cuckoo, he's a little nuts, but, like, when he's got the game face on, like, you can't stop Teddy Hart. But that's going to stop him real quick, shouldering the post.
Teddy Hart, yeah, he was a shoulder tackle thrown right there into the corner.
Oh,
Nick Gage looking for a pile driver, and he nails it. Oh, my God. It is always painful to see those. So many men have had their necks broken in pile drivers. And Mance Warner again able to break up a pinfall attempt between Teddy and Nick. Mance Warner, the odd man out here, really the whole bout. I mean, was not supposed to be in this match. Falcon arrow from Nick Gage. And Mance Warner, again, walking dizzy. Put up top, and Nick Gage here is starting to figure out another violent way to toss Mance Warner off the top rope here. Looking for maybe situation. A superplex. There it is, the superplex right into the middle of the ring. And it is frightening when Nick Gage is in control of a match here. Now that he's got these men injured, drive-by kick right to the face from Nick Gage, and he's going for another one here.
Oh, number 2.
These guys are down, and that is when Nick Gage becomes like a hungry animal. He knows that these men are injured, and he's not just going to go for a pinfall or a submission. This is Game Changer Wrestling. This is an entity, a company, Game Changer Wrestling, that's known for ultra violence. And I have a feeling that just seeing these men injured is not going to be enough for Nick Gage. I think he's going to want to take it to the next level.
Well, I think that's what Nick Gage is all about. I mean, he lives his life by murder, death, kill. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Mance Warner being distracted by Nick Gage setting up a table on the outside. Doesn't see Teddy Hart there. Teddy Hart with a Canadian Destroyer off the top rope.
Didn't get all of that, but that
goes for his own
right
pile
there.
Driver. And Nick Gage and Teddy Hart, I feel like, have just been playing a game of one-upsmanship with the way they've been battling Mance Warner there, putting him through the ringer. What has Nick Gage got in mind here now that he's got that table in the ring? That guy he's sadistic, man. Nick Gage, he robbed a bank. He got caught.
What?
Robbed a bank.
When?
I mean, what a maniac.
When was this?
A couple years ago. He went to jail.
Oh,
robbed a bank.
I don't believe it.
I mean, this guy is capable of anything, and when he gets, into that zone there, I start to worry about whoever's in his way, and he's going for a power bomb here, but look, Teddy Hart.
Oh, God.
Teddy Hart's up on the top rope, too.
Oh!
Wow.
That did some damage to Teddy, too. That might not have been the smartest maneuver in the world.
Blockbuster power bomb through the table, and that was enough for Nick Gage to pick up a pinfall victory over Mance Warner.
MDK, murder, death, kill. It just happened.
And gang-affiliated Nick Gage.
Who? Gang-affiliated Mance Warner just lost.
Successfully defending his title.
Standing ovation. Wow.
Teddy Hart and Mance Warner really tried to bring it here tonight, but Nick Gage was just too much. Too tough. Stepping back in here, he's already had some great battles, and legendary battles here at Black Label Pro. Go back and find him and Ming tearing it up just a few shows ago.
Oh, yeah.
And here tonight, again, another classic with Mance and Teddy Hart. I would love to see Nick and Teddy and Mance mix it up one more time. Big fan of Teddy's. What inventive offense he's got there. And Nick Gage, just a scary, scary man.
You got to give it up to Mance. He already wrestled once tonight, and you have to think at some point he was probably thinking to himself, what the hell have I gotten myself into? To see the fight that he put up tonight, even though he didn't come out victorious, in my opinion, I think this little gangbanger's got something special going for him. He's a winner in my book.
Wow, you said that so like a Valentine's Day card, right? Just a poet. Gregory Iron to shut us down here. Wordsmith.
Unbelievable.
You play Scrabble with that mouth?
You can't play gangbanger and Scrabble?
I don't know. I've got the Scrabble app. I guess I can check. Teddy Hart, you know, for all the colorfulness that he's had in his life, I mean, what a performer in that ring. Look at that chain. That chain is worth $50,000.
What?
50 grand.
You think Mance Warner's going to try to steal that? Sell it for money to feed his family?
He should. I might try to steal it. Who knows? It's very expensive.
I mean, I know Nick Gage would never do something like that. He's a good man.
I would not push Nick Gage if I were the fans. Nick Gage you will trigger him and he will hurt you. He's showing some GCW love.
Gave him what is called dap on the streets. A little bit of dap. Everybody ever give you dap, Nick?
I really just want to take a moment to again remind the fans to not push Nick Gage, as he will hurt you. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight to Powerbomb.tv. Thank you all to everyone that came out to the On the Square Sports Auditorium in Crown Point, Indiana. If you enjoyed the show or you want to talk about it, share a message, go over to Twitter, #BLP5. Go find Black Label Pro on Facebook and Twitter for all the announcements about the next show. Big news coming. And we'll take you off here with the fans cheering on Mance Warner as he heads to the back. I've been Nick Hausman. You can find me on Twitter @WZRebel.
I'm Gregory Iron. You can find me on Twitter @Gregory Iron. And let them know, #BLP5. You want me to be the lead in solo commentary.
Thanks, Greg. Good night, everybody.